past, the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical minds and candid lips. And Generation X gaming show. Tune in where the thoughts flow. Rant and rave with words that glow. Weekly stories make them go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another week, another episode, the 500th episode of Generation X Gaming, the weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories from the past week, and we rant along the way. Joining me each and every single week is Sgt Mclusky.
A great week, and I'm glad to be here for this. I'm hoping my coffee holds out.
And also joining us is TheKingerd. And also Dr. Doom himself, Fake Wizard.
Hey, dude, 500 episodes. That's awesome. You know, do you know that puts you in like the 0.0001% of all podcasts?
I was just telling Sarge, I go, did you know most people
statistically,
yeah. They stop at like
don't make it to 20
episodes or something like that. Is it 20? Yeah.
So what you're saying is from lack of quitting is what you're saying.
That's right. The problem is we don't have a big organization telling us to stop, so we just keep going.
And this is only referring to the show that airs once a week, right? Like specifically Generation X?
Yes, specifically just Generation X Gaming. Yeah.
Wow.
We've been doing this. We've been doing this May 24th of 2015. It's the 12th season.
Episode 1, why horse armor sucks, and you shouldn't buy it.
You should see, but you can't see it. Yeah, you can't see the first episode because the first episode is only in audio format because I deleted because of my channel, because 30 and Still Gaming was my main channel before, but because of the algorithm, it was all screwed up because of Destiny and all this other stuff. So I tried to revive it. So I got rid of all my old stuff and just uploaded the audio versions of it on Spotify. So you can listen to all the episodes. But man, the first episode was like, hey guys, welcome to Generation X Gaming, and I look like a baby. Like I had.
Right.
What's going on, chat? Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it. It's a normal episode. It's just 500. So we're waiting for one more. If Greg shows up, he shows up. If he doesn't show up, it's okay. We do appreciate for the panel to come out and join us for this very special occasion. Kingerd's been on the show quite a bit, and you've been actually on GXG. I think you co-host twice, I think, on this for the podcast. And I think Wizard did it like once or two times as well. So
I've been on a few times, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. All right, so we start off usually, okay, with what we've been playing. So let's get to that, and then we'll go around the booth. All right, let's start off. We'll start off with Wizard. Any games you've been playing recently that you'd like to share with the class?
Wiz doesn't have time for games. It's great. He's everywhere.
No, you know what's crazy is ever since I started playing more games so that I could review them, it has killed my work schedule. Like it really. And Gears E-Day, the beta
Wait till you
is
have
back.
kids, Wizard. Wait till you have kids.
Dude, I don't know. I think they're gonna have to wait. Hey, we're playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure tonight, okay? The kids don't need to see their dad. Okay, so the E-Day beta is back, and I was playing it a little earlier today just to see if they've made any changes. They have made changes. Like,
what did they change from the week before?
It's like it runs a little bit smoother. Like some of the functional updates. Now, it's not like I haven't noticed any cosmetic changes. I haven't noticed any like controller changes, but gameplay experience feels a little bit more refined. So I think they have been paying attention. I've only really done a couple of rounds, so I haven't been able to give it like a good chance, but it was not as polished with the closed beta. But now with the open beta, it seems to be a little bit more polished. So I don't know. I think this game is still pushing a gigantic boulder up a hill, but they're going to need to land. This game needs to land where normies play it, where people on Twitter are interested in playing it, where people on YouTube are interested in playing it. You're going to have to get like the streamers involved in this one. This game has a lot of work to do.
Now you played. I know because I watched your video and you were talking about you played the siege mode. That's what I played. I played, I think, 15 hours of the siege mode last weekend. What did you think about that? Did you like the siege mode? Did you think it
really
was
like it? I feel like it feels like a logical continuation of what Horde mode was. Instead of doing like, all right, you just do your 50 rounds, it's like that's it. Now there's a reason to keep playing. You know, I think about like in your. I've played all the Gears games, and I've probably spent the most time multiplayer like ever playing Gears of War as a shooter. But like, how many times did you actually play waves 1 through 50 on Horde?
right?
And I think they looked at that and they're like, people don't actually play this. We need to change this up. And I think what they've done is interesting, and it plays into the extraction part of gaming, but also not overdoing it. Like this isn't. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, but this doesn't look like the kind of game where they're going to reset it every so often or every season. It's not that same kind of extraction game.
I don't know. They'll screw it up in some way, shape, or form. You got to remember that part of the game is meant for Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not buying Gears of War, you're going to play it on Game Pass, and you'll play it through the campaign, but you're going to stay for the siege, you're going to stay for the PvP, and they want people not to buy the game. They want people to stay on Game Pass as much as possible to come back and play that game over and over, which I'll go into a little bit more. Possibly $400 million is what they're saying. Now, a lot of people say it's not just the game, it's the technology they're putting into the game for future games, and that's why it costs that much or whatever. But the best-selling Gears of War is like 6.7 million copies. If this hits 6.7, it's a failure because it needs to sell like 10 to 11 million copies.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with that budget, man. There's just no way. And you know what else is interesting? If you look, there's marketing promos that are coming out now on Xbox. I wish I'd saved this link, but where it shows the lineup of the other Gears games. They have Gears 1 in this lineup 3 times. So it's Gears 1, then they have the Gears Ultimate image, then they have Gears Reloaded. But they don't have in this lineup 4 and 5.
Right.
So like that's a sign of failure right there. They're just hiding 4 and 5, like pretending like it didn't exist. So I guess we're never going to get Gears 6 because 5 sold terribly.
Yeah, it didn't sell very well. Kinger, you look like you had to say something more about E-Day as we were talking about the siege mode.
Oh, I didn't even get to play the siege mode because the closed beta ran so poorly for me. It kept crashing every time I tried. And
were you playing on PC or were you playing on the console?
PC. I could have tried it on console, but I didn't. I could have. And I looked around online and I saw what people were saying. Apparently, it was an issue it wasn't just a me problem. I'm looking forward to actually getting to try it. I hope it's in the beta this weekend. I could only play PvP, and which sucks because I don't. Of the trifecta of things in Gears of War, campaign, horde, PvP is the one I could not care less about. I do not care. It was fun back in the day, but I can't keep up with the Nasher wall bounce combo. I'm glad to admit that that's just a skill I don't have, nor do I care to learn it. I want to play what sounds like an awesome evolution of horde mode because I loved horde mode, but I couldn't play it. So of the 2 early access type games I played last weekend, the AAA $400 million budget one was the one that I couldn't play. And then War Dogs ran like a dream. I had 0 issues on War Dogs all weekend long.
Okay.
So it's a funny contrast to me that's I don't know how best to illustrate the state of gaming right now. So,
well, I'm going to come back to you with War Dogs. Sarge, you want to say anything about E-Day as
I thought it was fun. Like I haven't played a Gears game in a long time. I I did remember the wall bouncing thing back in the PvP days. I don't play like a lot of PvP in Gears for that reason, but it's an extension of what the original Gears Horde mode was, and I'm going to take credit for this because I've been talking about it.
You have
forever.
Yeah, on this podcast.
And
yeah.
I've said, and it's not just Gears. I'm talking about in Battlefield too, right? And War Dogs is doing the same type of thing, right? Where inside the game on the team, you're divided into squads, and the squads are given missions.
Yep.
Something for you to do during the map that gives your team either points or credits or access to vehicles. So you're working together as a team in order to accomplish that mission, and it keeps people interacted. And the bonus on the E-Day was the fact that they overlapped some of the things.
Yes.
So while you were doing your mission, it interceded with somebody else doing theirs, and so you guys have a little bit more firepower to take out whatever's happening at the moment in that same area. I thought it was fun. Top rate fun in a long time in a Gears game. I will say that.
I agree. I played nothing but the siege mode because I
sounds great, guys. Really,
like
sounds
TheKingerd.
Great.
Like TheKingerd, I didn't
You had that
play.
again?
Yeah,
I didn't have any problems.
Like TheKingerd, I didn't play any PvP. I just played the siege mode. I absolutely love it because there's a couple different modes within the siege mode itself. Like Wizard was talking about it on his video. There's like a blitz mode. There's like a siege mode. There's and there's like I forget what the names are. There's one that takes like an hour and a half. You can stay in as long as you want, and it just keeps putting up the secondary missions, which are gold missions on the map. And you keep going to those to get weapon parts. That's what you need to take the weapon parts to then put it into your character to upgrade your gear. So you can have like a chainsaw build, you can have a marksman build, you can start building up your character as you're going, that's the grind point, right? So if you play the smaller missions, you're only going to get 2 weapon parts every single time. But if you play the longer missions, you can stack them. And as you level up, it unlocks more weapon parts for you in the, I don't know if you want to call it like a battle pass or whatever it is, but the
loadout.
pass that the loadout pass, whatever. So every time you level up that character up to level 10, you unlock more weapon parts within that thing. I really loved it because when you play the longer missions in your squad, once you're done doing your stuff, as long as you don't do that extraction mission, right, you can go help the other teams and take out the world boss like they used to do in like Destiny back in the day, where a world boss would show up and you can like fight him and stuff like that. I think they did a really good job. I use the default. I don't want to use Marcus or Dom or anything like that while I'm playing that mode. I just use the generalistic
Carmine.
Carmine. So because I don't know what it is. I just don't want to be that character in this mode. I want to be my own character. Like I'm a grunt, just fighting the war for Gears. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna look forward to playing more this weekend. But I hope it does well. But even if it does super well, I still think it's gonna fall way short of being successful.
It's not multi-plat, and it won't be multi-plat. So I don't understand how.
Well, it is multi-plat. It's on PC. It's on PC, and it's not on
Steam.
You are not going to pull that number. You're not going to pull that number.
No, I think it will be. This is a big number here. I think it'll hit like 7 million. I think this will be the most popular Gears since 3, but it's still not gonna make it. It's gonna be a failure.
They need to lean hard into that. This is a gritty guys game. You know what I mean? Like we need to, and they have been.
There's male and female in the customization this time.
Yes, there is. I saw that.
I noticed it immediately.
I saw it too. Yeah. It's not type A, type B. It literally says female cog or male cog.
Yeah.
So,
look, this has nothing to do with the story or anything. The siege mode is like really nice, and if they can keep adding to it, phenomenal. The story you're going to play, and you're going to put it down after that, and it's what they add to this. If they put 4 maps in the beginning of this siege mode, I think it would be very successful for them, and then keep adding as they go on.
Yeah,
I had a video planned. So I was going to do a Gears E-Day video, but I ended up scrapping it and pivoting to the War Dogs one that I'm making because,
why don't you do both? Why don't you do the War Dogs
Gears,
first?
I'll do Gears E-Day next week.
I was going to say, do it.
Yeah, I'm going to play the beta this weekend. Hopefully it works, and if it does, then I'll do a video next week.
Well, it's what were you going to say, Wizard? You're going to say something.
No, I was just going to relay the same thing. Like this game desperately needs to get the audience back because otherwise this franchise will be dead like Halo is right now.
Yeah,
Pile of
It costs
corpses.
way too much.
yeah, that's the
Too
problem.
soon. Too soon.
Kingerd, when we were watching your video on stream, there was people that were angry that you had suggestions on how to make it better. Like I was like, what's wrong with you people?
And there were marathon defenders angry that I had suggestions about how to make marathon better. You know, grass is green.
It boggles my mind. People are upset that they're like, how dare you try to implement better things for us? We like shit. Give us shit.
It's like the Alamo for some of these people. Like they're defending off against the hordes of innovation and good advice until there's none left. And then your marathon and your 3,000 players concurrent on average. But if we're not talking about multiplayer games, just a campaign Halo, then let's just put that in perspective of the franchise and overall revenue. I mean, we saw the projected sales of the game, or no, sorry, players of the game was only around 3 million, including Game Pass people, something like that.
Yep.
That's
it was like
horrible.
It was like 1.2 million sales.
That's
And then
awful.
And then the other 2 million were on Game Pass.
And I see people like, oh, some games would kill to have these numbers. Some games aren't the flagship franchise of Microsoft.
Y'all,
Like, that's insanity to ever say that, oh, Halo's got it. Man, that sure is something to be jealous of. No, it's not. 25 years old game that you're chasing in 2026 with less features to it. And
we were just streaming it a little while ago, and that Halo game is riddled in garbage bugs.
Yes.
We just played it last night, and the entire time I was streaming, I couldn't see a cutscene.
Really?
No
That's so
cutscene.
bad. That's so bad. Like one of the only things that's like, oh, this is kind of neat to look
I
at.
saw the cutscene.
He saw the cutscenes.
I
didn't see the cutscenes, so I had to skip them
Wow.
because all you saw was a black screen with the subtitles that were happening, and you could hear noises in the background. I was like, "This
That's
is amazing."
terrible.
Gaming in 2026 is phenomenal.
Well, there's bugs in it, but then there's also just bad features too. Like the enemy AI, I wouldn't call it bugged. I would just call it bad. Like I thought
I agree
they
with
pulled
that.
all of it from Reach, but I do not remember Reach enemies and Covenant playing that poorly. Like they barely recognize when you're there. They stand there like an idiot, like they're standing in tar, and you can just shoot them till they're dead. I play on heroic regularly. If I'm taking out elites like it's nothing, there's a problem. And then you go on legendary. How'd they make the game harder? Oh, we'll just spawn in more of the same enemies. That'll make it hard.
Right.
So shooting gallery is basically what it turns
Pretty
into.
much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, going with what Kingerd said earlier about War Dogs. I don't know if you saw. Well, we actually make this into the top story. Let me go to the top story because it's games that you played. But actually, we'll just keep it as where it is because Sarge didn't even tell me what he played. Right. So.
Well, we have to get Kingerd. Is Kingerd's War Dog? It was Kingerd War Dogs?
His is going to be War Dogs because he played. Yeah. So, you played War Dogs. Tell us a little bit about it. Right. Tell us a little bit about it. You signed an NDA, but it lifted, right?
Me? Are we talking to me?
Yeah, we're talking to you, Kingerd.
Oh, yeah. NDA is lifted. So even before
Wow.
the NDA would allow you to speak about anything you want, you just couldn't show your own gameplay. And then they lifted both sides of it anyway. So like now everyone can show whatever and talk about whatever. I was pleasantly surprised at how non-Battlefield like it felt. It kind of sold itself as a Battlefield knockoff in the beginning with the trailers that they had, but it really wasn't that. It was much more strategic and less arcadey than Battlefield. You might want to say something to
I was.
Hey, let me stop myself there.
Brain Eclipse, thank you so much for the $100. Congratulations on the 500th, Sarge, and 30. It's been awesome being part of the community, dude. You are too generous. I don't have the crowd thing. Do I have a crowd clap or something? I don't. Audience,
There is a default one.
I don't have it. No, there it is.
There it is.
There we go. We got
It's
it.
not good, but it's there.
It's minimal viable product.
VP.
Viable product, but we got it, dude. Thank you so much for your continued support and just coming in every morning and being part of the community. I appreciate you so much.
Shout
And real
out.
quick, not to shy away from the other one I saw up here as well, which is a $2 super chat from Ray saying, "Mike, it's Carmine. Thank you." I
There's no comma. I think it's
I think
it's
he's,
the guy's
he's
name, but
calling
Mike
he's
Carmine.
calling you Mike Carmine.
Oh,
'cause
Mike
you
Carmine.
play,
Carmine.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
you play
yeah.
as the default.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I'm Mike Carmine. That's
You're gonna
exactly
get
who I am.
sniped in your head.
Yeah, loved it. Loved it. By the way, thank you very much for the continued support. So, Kingerd, go ahead with the continue of War Dogs.
Yeah, well, so that game is very clearly, well, not clearly, explicitly catered to dad gamers, as I believe Joe called it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
your slower ones, your guys who don't really want the cracked out goldfish IQ, your battle dads, basically, like literally me. Like, hello.
I mean, 30 and still gaming
it's me.
Yeah, it's Dads of Destiny, Battle Dads, and stuff like that. Yeah, it's exactly
right.
it.
Which made me think it was going to be an ultra casual, basically old school Battlefield clone, but it's not that. It's really not. It's got it's more hardcore than Battlefield is, but it's not so hardcore that it's like, I don't know, like Tarkov Sweat or something. Like
yeah, Joe was saying it's a mix between like Battlefield and Arma. Like
that's
Reforged.
fair. That's fair.
More towards the Arma side than it is the actual. Yeah,
it's more polished than Arma. It plays more smooth. But I would guess I could say it's not as hardcore as Arma, but it is not as casual as Battlefield. So I'm curious to see, because those two ideas to me kind of conflict just a little bit, but on the surface, just on the surface. Once you actually play the game, it's like, oh yeah, positioning matters, teamwork matters. These things that used to just be obvious in multiplayer shooters have now become pushed to the wayside, because now it's more important that we get clips, we get streamers on battle royale modes. Like, that's become more prevalent. War Dogs doesn't care about any of that. It's either work with your team or lose. That's your options. Or have fun back at the base. See ya. Well, get on the helicopter.
Did you do any of the parts? Did you do any of the building parts, or did you shuttle anybody from with the trucks or the helicopters into the battle?
I didn't bother trying to fly anything because I was too scared I'd embarrass myself, and I didn't want to kill my teammates with their kits. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to leave it to everyone else, because there were pilots who clearly knew what they were doing. I'll just jump in their choppers. The driving the vehicles, that was no problem. It's like driving in any other game. Building, I watched some of the guys build a whole base that we were able to hide inside of, and I was like, I'm never going to do that.
But that's what's beautiful about War Dogs. There's people that love doing that type of stuff. And then there's people that just want to go on the front lines and battle. Yeah.
It's not like some Fortnite crack 5-star hotel lobby or hotel that they build. It was literally just 4 walls and a gate. That's it. That's all they built. It served its purpose. I thought that my role was best served just listening to the people who knew what they were doing and falling in line. I didn't have any friends who got into the alpha with me, so it was me and then proximity chat talking to strangers.
You and solo, yeah,
yeah, and I didn't get to play it till Sunday, so these people had already got 2 days under their belt, and so I was like, all right, let's see what they do, and yeah, it was awesome. Every moment to moment tactic mattered in ways that I haven't felt in Battlefield or COD. I guess the closest I could compare it to would be like Bad Company 2. Like the movement was more weighty. The bullets went where I wanted them to, or where the reticle said they should. There was no jumping, no bunny hopping, no slide canceling, none of that. In fact, if you try that, you're gonna get mowed down like the idiot you are and sent back to base. And then no one's gonna revive you because you're sitting out in no man's land. And if they try to revive you, they're gonna die, and they don't want to die because they'll get sent back to base too. So it's like a little bit of extraction shooter because you have gear fear, but not an extraction shooter. A little bit of battle royale because dying is punishing, but the game's not over. And then putting that into a team deathmatch scenario, objective mode scenario with over 100 players in it, it was right up my alley. I cannot wait to play more of it.
There is no loot-based system, though, right? There is nothing that you can. I mean, you could use, if I kill you, I could pick up your stuff that you have on your gear, but it doesn't come out of the game with me at the end of the match. Right.
So you loot enemies you kill, and in that life you can use that item. But once you leave the game, you don't have it anymore, and you're not scouring drawers for light bulbs or some stupid a roll of duct tape to do this quest. Like that's not a thing.
Right. It's not Arc Raiders. Right.
Not Arc Raiders, not DMZ, none of that. The only looting elements come from the people that you kill. And it's risky. Most of the time I killed someone, I didn't loot them because I didn't want to take the risk. I didn't want to stop and not be aware of my surroundings anymore to go through their stuff.
So I have a question. Once you're done with your gear, like you paid $10,000 for the gear setup that you have when you went into the match.
Mhm.
At the end of the match, do you still keep that gear, or do you have to? I know if you die, you have to buy new gear, buy the bullets and the bandages and stuff like that. But no one's shown like after the match. Do you just keep that gear and can you use that same loadout and go into the next match?
I believe I honestly wasn't paying enough attention, but I did see that my money, my cash, which is just their fancy XP, didn't go down again. So that means either they just let me keep the no, it's not the gear. They probably just refund you the money. Because if I had noticed my money go down, that means that I didn't get anything. And every single match you start, you have to re-equip yourself.
Right.
So my assumption is they refunded me my cash for what I brought in because I didn't die and I just didn't notice.
All right. I want to talk about War Dogs a little bit more here because they came out with a video on Tuesday after their announcement where everyone thought they were going to like shadow drop it and whatever else they were going to try to do, but obviously announced September 10th is when it comes out. They have where they were talking about the 10 reasons to not buy the game. Did you see this video?
I did.
Okay. Have you seen this video, Wizard?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So I'm going to bring this up and we'll watch a little bit of it. And the reason I'm bringing the video up is because it's them speaking of it. So you'll hear from them themselves, not me like reading anything of the sort. But so there's 10 reasons, and I'll go to each reason. And we don't have to watch the whole thing, but I love me and Sarge talk about this all the time, like turn into the skid, right? Like what's happening with Sony right now or Xbox and stuff. They constantly deflect. What these guys are doing at Bulkhead, they're leaning into the skid of what people thinking of this game and stuff like that. And they're like, look, if you think this is Battlefield, if you think this is not a game for you. We don't want you to buy it. Like, we don't want you to buy it. So here we go. Let's listen to this.
We didn't get any freaking release date or anything.
You guys can hear it,
No
right?
specific date
Yeah.
yet. We'll say this year, so I'm guessing it's going to be soon.
But what if they didn't put a release date because they actually plan on releasing it really soon?
That's it, it's now official. War Dogs is releasing into Steam Early Access next month on the 10th of September. Steam pre-orders for War Dogs are live right now. Pre-ordering will guarantee you access into our upcoming closed beta ahead of release, allowing anyone who's interested in the game to try it out and refund the game if you don't like it. We fully get opening pre-orders for an early access game is kind of out of left field. So for context, opening pre-orders now helps us more accurately predict how many players and servers we need to be running in each region, which will massively help ensure stability at launch. After our insane response to our closed alpha weekend, we just thought, why not? Our time is now. We just want to remind everyone that you can refund pre-orders and that we're more than okay with that, as it's the best way to open early access to the game for players.
Now, they've said publicly that they're only looking for 3,000 to 5,000 concurrent players, and they can be sustainable with that.
Players who most want it without fully opening the floodgates. However, before the hype train gets out of control, we want to do something most AAA marketing teams would tell their dev teams to never do. Give you 10 legitimate reasons why you should not buy War Dogs.
You're like, wait a minute, did you just say not buy our game? Like, who thinks of this?
Reason number one is the lack of content and the speed at which we deliver it. Our focus has been on core gameplay and performance. From a business standpoint, we invested most of our money into those things, leaving less for content and the shiny things that actually sell games. What I'm saying is War Dogs has a content problem. We are launching with 37 weapons, 21 vehicles, and 3 maps, with each of those maps having 3 variations within them. But after launching,
basically got 9. You got 9 different maps because it's 3 maps, 3 variations of the maps. So first number one, right? We're missing content. They're giving it at a $40 price tag. They go later in the video telling it that as the year goes on, it'll go up to like $50, and then it'll go up to $60 when it launches. from 2 years from now, basically, is what they're saying, right? So if this is not for you, right, because there's missing content, then we don't want you in the the early access period, right? So that's number one. Number two.
War Dogs is not cheap to make, and at full release, War Dogs will cost $59.99. But we haven't delivered the meta game yet. If the game doesn't have all the features, we can't charge full price, so we're cutting it to $49.99. But with the lack of content in year one of War Dogs, we can't fairly justify that either, so we're cutting it to $39.99. Throughout development, we will step the pricing up to $49.99 when the relevant updates are delivered throughout that first year. Then, when we come true on our commitment to deliver the metagame and all the content in 1.0, then and only then will we step the price up to $59.
So there you go. Now, Wizard, are you a big military guy? Do you like military sim games, or you're not a big fan?
Yes. Not as much lately, but yes, I am.
All right. So are you interested before you even saw what was happening right now with this game and what TheKingerd has said? Or have you been interested in this game? Was this on your radar?
I actually didn't know much about this, but I gotta say, like, I actually like their approach to, and it's all marketing spin. Like,
Sure.
they're playing into it, like, don't buy our game unless.
Right.
I kind of respect that. These are people that are listening to game. Like, these people are listening to Twitter. Their marketing team is paying attention, and that I have a little bit of respect for.
So it makes you a little bit more interested in what they're selling now.
Well, it gives me. I have more respect for them as for their marketing team for sure. They're not they're not insulting the audience. Buy it, you silly gamer. We don't respect you. This is, even if it's like a tongue-in-cheek thing, which it is, there's still a little bit more respect for the buyer here, which I appreciate a lot.
I have a question for you because you're in the marketing sphere, right?
Yeah.
So would you have recommended this to do it this direction where you turn into the skid and tell people not to buy your game?
I think I want to see how they stick the landing on that, because you could absolutely do that, but you have to be very careful that you don't become a meme. So the way that they're playing off that this is serious, and there's I don't want to say Battlefield, but I'm getting Battlefield-y vibes in the marketing.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But there's a seriousness in the marketing with it, and I like that.
30. Go to 0.8.
You want to go to 0.8 first? All right, 0.8. 0.8.
I'm looking for the voice chat one. It's either 8 or 9.
Chance.
Listen to this.
War Dogs has local VoIP heard by all 3 teams, and that means players will naturally talk shit. And not just players. The devs are going to do it too. If you are more sensitive to that kind of banter, you do have the option to mute individual players or VoIP entirely and disable the text chat. However, there is a line between banter and being a dickhead. And that line can be drawn by the community server admins per server and ultimately by us, the devs. Just for the record, if the devs that got banned from Twitch have to get involved and ban you, it's very likely that you're a dick.
They put shock collars on all of them as they were playing, so every time they died, they would get shocked.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. That's they have the dog shock collars on.
The guy's wearing a diving mask.
Look in their trash cans. Maybe not in this video, but another video. You see beer bottles in their office and stuff. It's like,
I didn't notice that.
I almost did a video recently about how we really need that straightforward bro culture back in gaming, like how it's just desperately missing. And Bulkhead seems to be the closest I've seen in a while to what I was describing, because that entire point was basically, hey, if you're a pussy.
Yeah, if you're a pussy. It's okay.
Maybe this game isn't for. I got a child in the next room.
I'll say it for you. That's all right.
Maybe this game isn't for you, and to Wizard's point, it's clearly tongue in cheek. But it's also simultaneously being like, hey, this is actually something that we're fully aware that you guys want. We're just gonna say to the people that
they're be offended. Yeah, they'd be offended.
They're trying to deter a giant spike of players on day one that drops down 90%. And then all the stories are, oh, the game's dying. It didn't retain its players, stuff. They're trying to get out in front of something like that. I kind of think that's clever. But as Wizard said, I agree. They got to stick the landing, because if it's a broke buggy, if it doesn't play the way it did with the alpha, even if it's early access, like toast, you're toast. None of this matters anymore. And then you're going to see 10 reasons why not to pre-order War Dogs, and you're going to see compilations of like bugs and stuff, and you're cooked.
Don't become a meme. You cannot afford to become a meme, and you will get memed.
they also talk about the player count will decline, right? They're like, it just happens in every game. This is what it is. And they say that they're only looking, they have a certain number in their head, which they came out and said 3,000 to 5,000 consist. They're going to get way more, obviously, because, talk is cheap and gameplay is everything, and people love what they played. So it's going to drive a lot of people to come in and play it, the hot new commodity, new car smell type of thing coming in. And then they talk about monetization a little bit here, right?
Real quick, can I stop you just for a second?
Yeah, please.
In that player count will drop point, I think it's wise of them to give us a number like they did before, between 3,000 and 5,000 players. But he makes a comment in the middle of that point that drove me up a wall.
Which one? What was that?
Go about the halfway point and on the last, click play.
Oh, hold on a second.
And journalists and influencers on the fringe of the community will try and rage bait your enjoyment out of the game for social media clicks.
That.
Ooh.
Okay.
That right there. That right there.
Can you play that back?
Yep.
Just play that line back.
This is something completely normal, but those players will fall away over the next coming months. Player numbers will drop off, and journalists and influencers on the fringe of the community will try and rage bait your enjoyment out of the game for social media clicks.
Right, saying that, well, look at this. The number's low, so it's not a popular game, so don't listen to them because number down.
But let's just be honest just for a moment, though. Just for a moment, okay? Everyone knows that the list of journalists in gaming are all on the shit list. The only way that they're going to keep their jobs if they get clicks. The only way you're going to get clicks is if you rage bait. So what are we talking about? That's exactly what they're going to do. Like, I have a list. I got a list.
Polygon is all about rage baiting now.
I have a list of article guys I have over the last year, and I'm just waiting for them to be fired. I'm just waiting.
But it's not a one-size-fits-all hat, because what he just did was preemptively, again, get in front of the player count drop conversation and the Steam chart picture posts on Twitter and call it rage baiting to try to take the fun from you. Two things. One, if you like a game, if you're having fun with it, no influencer or journalist can rage bait the fun out of it for you. That's not possible. Go read my comments of marathon videos, Halo campaign videos, and my mixtape video. There are people that had no issue telling me how stupid and ugly I am. They don't care what I have to say.
But they were bots.
They love probably. They love the game, and they're gonna play it anyway. And then number two is that I think that energy is okay if there is a drop, but not if they get below that number that they told us they need. They said we need 3,000 to 5,000. So if that number turns into 1,800, 500,
yes, because then we'll start doing. Well, they didn't make the number, so
if you're too busy pointing fingers at the grifters and the chuds and whatever, probably not chuds with this game, but the grifters, if you're too busy pointing fingers at them to look inward and figure out why this is happening, then your game's just going to die. So my hope is that they're only referring to an initial drop and not like just overall. Anytime anyone ever brings up Steam charts, they're just, they're rage baiting, because that's not true. Never has been true. The only people who use that argument are people who are coping for awful games. So that part I was not very happy with when I heard that.
I actually think if let me play the other side. If I'm in their shoes right now and they just watched High Guard, what he just said, is not it's not an attack on journalists. It's not an attack on the chuds or the people posting the Steam charts every day. It's actually just a big old, please don't attack us when the numbers drop. Don't make us a High Guard. but also I do think that there is a conversation to be had around people can't take the game away from you if you enjoy it. Well, now wait a minute. If you already enjoy it, I think that's true. So what we see with gamers is if I post a video and I say Hello Kitty Island Adventure is a terrible game, well, the people who are going
How dare you, Wizard?
Hello Kitty Island Adventure players will go bananas. But you know what? People who never played Hello Kitty Island Adventure might watch that and be like, you know what? Wizard's got a point. I'm never going to play that game.
You're right, but he did just say rage bait the fun out of the game for you. So
I agree.
Your concept is more than accurate. I'm just responding to his quote.
I agree. I think this could have been executed a little bit better. I like the approach. I just don't know if the execution's gonna work for him. Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
Words are nothing. The game is everything.
I got a comment to this.
I agree on that.
What's ironic is that 30 in his community do nothing but rage bait and foster toxicity towards people who enjoy certain games. This is the most bullshit. You don't even watch my stuff. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, considering I love Marvel's Avengers, okay, which is hated by everybody, okay? So for you to come in and say that I and my community are toxic towards everyone, we literally
is that a real quote? Like, is this a real
care?
That's a real chat.
I thought it was a troll. That's a real. That person has no idea what they're talking about.
That meaning they've never ever seen anything that I've ever done. Otherwise, they wouldn't have said that. But I have to point it out because that's how I roll here, right? Stupid is as stupid does. So I got to point it out.
This man made content over Gotham Knights. So I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Oh God! All right, step 4 here. Okay, is the monetization.
Reason number 4 is monetization. Why am I always doing these like evil business ones?
Joe's like, why do I always get the shit questions here about the monetization?
I'm pleased just have like a cool game mechanic or something really fun. Okay.
I'm confused about their monetization, by the way. Right? Obviously, he's going to say what he says, and we'll speak about it.
There are 3 things relating to monetization that you can hold us to account on. Number 1, we will not monetize the game at any point during early access. Number 2, we will never monetize in-game cash or gold bars. They must be earned through play. And
just to let you know, gold bars are not like a real currency. It's just another currency within the game itself. There's the money, and then there's the gold bars, but the gold bars are not like shark cards that you're putting in to get the gold bars or anything like that.
Number 3, we will never allow you to purchase camos. Camos should show a player's status, not how much money they have. I think at this point, we've made it abundantly clear there will be no monetization during early access, with the sole exception of an optional supporters edition. This includes 3 starter weapon skins, a little bird skin, and a couple of bobbleheads. It also includes a tag on the scoreboard for players who want to show off their support in-game. However, we don't want the stance here to be misconstrued of War Dogs never having monetization at all. That's not what we're saying. War Dogs will release into 1.0 and launch on multiple platforms, giving us a large boost in base game sales that we can use to reinvest into the game for post-release. However, Bulkhead will have ongoing running costs, player vault storage stats, telemetry, anti-cheat updates, and servers on top of continued development costs. There are expenses that need to be,
as long as they have over 3,000 to 5,000 people,
justifiable long-term if base game sales no longer cover those costs. And to be clear, we're talking years in advance. It might seem strange to be talking about monetization that's years down the line, but we want you to be able to buy in knowing what you're buying into long-term. We hope that we've shown that we're more than happy to have open discussions to
So he basically goes in, they're not going to sell camo. Okay, meaning your player looks the way they look because they're on the team they are, and they have like the bands on their arms so you know what team they're on and stuff like that. But you're not going to have like Nicki Minaj running around the battlefield and stuff like that. At least that's what he's talking about as far as. But what are they going to sell 2 years from now when the cosmetics come in? Is it just the guns cosmetics? Is it the vehicles look a little different?
Well, tastes change depending on what's happening with the game, right? If they're hurting, they're going to probably implement some weird stuff. If they're not hurting, you know. No, please go.
They want to have their cake and eat it too. Like they want all this goodwill with the community over. We're open to having discussions, but anyone who's ever worked in a management role in their life knows that you can't make the customer decide how you monetize your product. You can't. You have to find a compromise. So if you leave it to the community, they're always going to say no monetization. It's gonna. We just saw this recently with Master Chief Collection. That game talked about, or 343 talked about adding monetization to it. The community revolted and said absolutely not, and then that support for the game stopped. So either you move on to the next game, or you go ahead and just put something in, but have the wherewithal to not be overly egregious about it. Like in a game like War Dogs, as long as you're not selling something that impacts gameplay, so like cash, which is what you use to buy guns and upgrade your kits and stuff, as long as you can never monetize that, I think you're never going to have an instance where the whole community is going to revolt against you. And that's what they said. They said they're not going to do that, but then they also said they're not going to monetize gold bars either. Right. Gold bars is what you use to get the cosmetics. At least in the alpha, that's what it showed, was like X number of gold bars for this weapon camo, X number of gold bars for this weapon camo. And the only thing that's left to monetize at that point would be, I guess, for your character. I guess.
You're right. But it's like they said the camo's not going to change.
I think he said weapon camos. I thought he said camos.
I thought he said camos. It was weapon.
I think he was specifically talking about
good faith conversation is how we intend to find an acceptable line years in advance that feels fair and allows us to justify the continuous stream of content we want to serve up many years post 1.0 release. The War Dogs intellectual property is owned solely by Bulkhead, the developer. We have control of the future of War Dogs. So to wrap that point up, we recommend you don't buy War Dogs if you're staunchly against any form of monetization, as you'll become disappointed in a few
down the line. Yeah, I don't know where he says the
launch on multiple platforms, giving us a large boost in base game sales that we can use to reinvest into the game for post-release. However, Bulkhead will have ongoing running costs, player vault storage, stats, telemetry, anti-cheat updates, and servers, on top of continued development costs that are expenses that need to be justifiable long-term if base game sales no longer cover those costs. And to be clear, we're talking years in advance. It might seem strange to be talking about monetization that's years down the line, but we want you to be able to buy in knowing what you're buying into long-term. We hope that we've shown that we're more than happy to have open discussions.
Did I miss the camo stuff?
Different approaches to problems before committing to them. Sometimes we'll be a bit off the...
Yeah, well, anyway, 2 years from now, obviously, people are going to buy in now, right? And then they're going to forget about it anyway. They're going to get 400 hours in. I don't know if you guys heard that story about the guy who played 470 hours in Battlefield and got his money back because of rush mode getting taken out. But like, you're going to put in, the people that are going to buy this game are going to put hundreds and hundreds of hours in, and they're going to forget about it 2 years from now. That, they're putting microtransactions in. You know what I mean? Like, by that point.
Most likely, I think Krebs's got a point. I think probably these vehicle skins, if not badges or things for your character. Like, if you wanted to make, like, I'm hoping identifying other team members will be something that's more defined. And then along those lines, if you're going to customize a skin for your team, maybe you do something with like your squad. You put more things on for your squad so you know each other's squad members. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can identify the squad better instead of having the little marker above your head. If you want to dress the same, that kind of thing. But you can't have it where it's just Clown World running around.
It's like Call of Duty, and you have different people running around in like wolf skins and Beavis and Butthead and all this other stuff that's going on, which completely pulls you out of the immersion of what they're trying to put.
It sounds like they might put themselves in a dead end, though. What are you going to monetize if you're not going to monetize the things that you're speaking of? Like, what would you monetize? And all I see left is vehicle skins.
Like gun skins and vehicle skins, yeah.
This is why I hate live service.
Yep.
You don't have to have these conversations. Just make a new game.
Yep.
Come out within a couple of years. No, yep. I think the reason why this is a big topic, and every other game does it, so why is it a problem for War Dogs? It's because of the audience they're marketing to. They're marketing to older gamers who like slower shooters, and those people are very familiar with what gaming looked like when there weren't in-game stores and battle pass pages and currency pages, and buying a game wasn't a premium invitation to buy more stuff. It was just the game, and they know that. But I think they're tiptoeing a little too hard. I think they just need to go ahead and make a decision because the longer they put this off, the more whiplash there's going to be when it happens. And why not just do something that's a soft paywall where you can earn it or buy it either way? Like adding monetization whatsoever is going to make somebody mad. It's just going, it's unavoidable. Unless you're doing map packs or something, which those days are long gone. So either monetize it or don't, but come up with it sooner rather than later. Because I think this whole like tiptoeing to the edge of the pool is just going to end up pissing more people off when it finally, because he even said it himself. We want you to know what you're buying into. Well, we don't. And we're not going to for the next 2 years on what your monetization looks like.
But it's okay because they're giving you a $20 discount.
Right. Well, if they monetize anything gameplay impacting in any capacity, you're not buying a new gun. You're buying this currency, which can be used to buy a currency, which can be used to buy a currency, which gives you, better ammunition, because there's different ammunition types in the game. Right. That's the kind of stuff that will kill the game. So like, we need to know what it is sooner rather than later. And I don't really care for this game of chicken they seem to be playing with their customers over it.
All right, we got one more number here, which is number 10, which is basically telling you, one more thing. Here we go.
Nobody likes dying. In War Dogs especially, if you're running in like you're playing Call of Duty or Battlefield, you will likely die to someone playing more cautiously. If you're not willing to learn from those deaths, you're gonna have a bad time. One of the complaints we see from players is about how long it takes to get back into the control zone after you die, blissfully unaware that this is your punishment for dying, which creates an entire value vector for alternate roles such as pilots and drivers getting you back into the action. Instead of an arbitrary respawn timer on your UI like an arcade shooter, in War Dogs your respawn timer is instead based on the choices you make from spawn. Should you buy a vehicle or catch a lift? Which vehicle is the fastest? Can you trust that pilot or not? It all matters. How and who you travel with, how fast you're willing to get there, and deciding the optimal route to get back into the action. Getting from the safe zone to the control zone, to holding on and respawning. Every decision has risks and consequences.
I thought that was the one where you said you get refunds. Is that 9? That's a controller. Is it the end? They talk about, I'll just talk about it. They talk about, look, if you don't want to put the $40 in to play the game, they're like, give it a shot, and if you don't like it after you try the beta, we'll give you a full refund, right? So that's like, what can you lose? Give it a shot, full money back guarantee type of thing is what they're doing. Do you think this is a big deal? Like, do you think this is a very smart move on the 10 things they talked about, and that's the crossing the T, dotting the I type of thing at the end, where that's the big seller. Like, they're like, sure, $40, and if I don't like it, I can get my money back full, no questions asked.
I don't know. The longer this goes on, the less I like this video.
Oh, see, it went from you were on their side, and then
if it was shorter, but now seeing it's a longer video, it's, what is it, 15 minutes?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
That's ridiculous. This should have been a short, here are 10 quick things. The whole thing should have been 5 minutes. But doing this, like, it almost seems like it's pandering, but now I don't even know who they're pandering to. Are they pandering to gamers? Because they're doing a bad job of that. It's a 15-minute of 10 things not to do. If it was, like I said, if it was 5 minutes and it was a tight sales pitch, that would have been better. But at this point, I hear like, it's punishment for just, my reptile brain goes, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that.
Yeah, because it's much more slower. It's a slower pace. If you're a person that likes Call of Duty where you spawn on your current other team, then this is not for you, right? Like you want to. This is a slow, methodical, hell let loose type of getting back into the action.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out for him, right? I don't know. At $40, you're still at impulse buy territory. Although $30 is the best impulse buy territory for really anything, not just
Anything,
gaming.
Yeah.
You go over $30, and then it's harder for people to say like, yeah, all right, But look, they got to make their money. Clearly, they've invested into this. I wish they would just stuck with it. They should do. I don't know. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Have they done an open beta?
They did not open beta. They just did a closed invite alpha, whatever, which is
They threw out codes on Twitter, and it was first come, first serve. It'd be like 500 codes at this link, 2,000 codes at this link, and I think 100,000 people activated codes.
I was a little pissed about that because weeks ago they asked you to sign up, and they sent me, and I got in, but they didn't give me a code. Right? I got an email and it said, "Congratulations, you got into the thing," and they never gave me a code. And I was like, well, maybe it's an error. And I tried to reach out, and other people were having the same issue. But then they were throwing codes out on the internet like I'm a poor guy, and they're like, "Hey, whoever get it first." And it's like, I signed up. You wanted me to sign up. You gave me a code, but I didn't get a code. I was a little pissed off about that.
There should have been an open beta. There's a reason they didn't do it. Likely to draw in more sales early on.
I think the reason they didn't do it is probably because they didn't have the server capacities, because they would have gotten a overwhelming, and then they would have shot themselves in the foot. So they controlled the what could happen, and everyone loved it. Everyone that played it was like smooth, didn't have a problem. They absolutely loved everything about it. So
well, that's what they said.
Move. Yeah.
They said that they were doing, as the servers showed they could handle it, they'd put out a new batch of codes.
Yeah.
And they kept doing that and doing that and doing that. And I think the reason why they put this video out so confidently is because, like you said, 30, the reaction to the beta this weekend was almost entirely positive. Like the negatives were very minimal, or people were like, "This is too slow for me. You know, I'll go back to Battlefield," or something like that. So I don't know. I think that probably gave them maybe a little too much confidence when coming out with the video that's like, "If you suck and you're a pansy baby, don't buy our game." That's funny. Like, okay, yeah, but same time, anyway.
Who owns Bulkhead? Are they publicly owned, privately owned?
There's some they got some investor, but they are owned by themselves. They bought themselves off from the last people they had problems with, and they actually go into another video talking about Battalion 44. Actually, this video they talk about Battalion 44, which is a Kickstarter where they funded and it basically failed, and they worked their way back to refund every single person that did the Kickstarter. So a lot of people are a little iffy about their company because they dicked them over with Battalion 44, but that was over 10 years ago. And they're like, "We were young back then. This is what the problems."
Did they really dick them over if they refunded all of the backers, though?
In the beginning, they dicked them over, and then they found investors to help them to give the money back to the Kickstarters. Yeah, they bailed them out. Yeah. So they ate it. Ward or Bulkhead ate it. Yeah, but the people were upset back then. So they still have a bad taste in their mouth. That's the story. I wasn't part of it. So real quick, Sarge, you got 30. Hi, 30, long time watcher, first time commenter. Do you mind giving Sarge a wooga for me as he hit episode 500? It's his buddy Phil V from Bismarck.
I'm trying to remember who that is.
Is that a person that you played with?
I'm trying to remember. It's possible. I'm trying to remember who it is.
Could be Battlefield. Could be.
I played a lot of first person team shooters.
A lot of war games with a lot of people.
Give me some time. Maybe I'll remember who it is.
All right. He doesn't remember you.
Listen,
it's right. Sometimes Sarge doesn't remember that we have a podcast on Thursdays at 8 p.m. and we've only been doing it for 12 years. So don't take it personal.
As the resident old guy in the room, okay, I've have a lot of miles on the tires, and I've consumed enough whiskey to put most of you into an early grave. So some of you are retained inside the memory. You're in there, but sometimes I don't get recall as quick, and maybe a whiskey will help me recall. Like, I don't know. So it just depends. It depends. Been a lot of people in gaming over the years, man.
Let me tell you this. Sarge has sat down at a bar, opened a brand new what's the one Jägermeister, and he's finished the whole bottle himself while sitting at the bar. This man,
those were younger days, bro.
This man could drink, yeah, and still be coherent. He was the designated driver. Yeah,
I was DD. Yeah. I was the DD. I was the responsible one.
All right, we're all here. So, all right, the next topic I want to talk about is Grand Theft Auto, right? This whole what's happening with Grand Theft Auto. Netflix has got this exclusive 6-hour, we don't know what it is, okay? But it's a 6-hour ahead of YouTube's Rockstar's own YouTube channel. That's where I'll just leave it. What do you guys think? And I'll start with Sarge, right? What do you guys think this is? Is it just, hey, look, it's some gameplay from Grand Theft Auto 6 here on Netflix, and nothing more, or is there something more behind the going to Netflix and undisclosed money that they're paying to get this?
All right, so I'm trying to be objective about this. It sounds very strange, and we both did some speculation. For me, the only thing that makes sense is that Netflix is probably working on some type of series about GTA, whether it be animated or maybe like a live action mini episode thing, maybe like a 3 episode or 5 episode run type
Like
of
the
thing.
Cyberpunk,
And they're trying
show.
And they're trying to find a way to market it, because it doesn't make any sense why you would market a trailer. But just think about it.
Game. It's a game trailer.
Most people, I'm not saying everybody, most people probably have a Netflix account. What group of people are you going after that don't have Netflix already, that you think a GTA trailer is going to now make you sign up for Netflix? That group of people sounds very bizarre already. It doesn't make sense to me. So there has to be some kind of thing that they're working on in the back end. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's the only thing that makes sense.
I mean, I think they have a show, like an animated series like Cyberpunk did.
Something.
Right? And there maybe it's a prequel to tell the story of what's happening before the game starts. I don't know. Maybe it's, like you said, like a live action show. Maybe it's, we speculated on stream the other day, maybe they have some sort of cloud thing that they're going to do down the road. Maybe not at launch, but you could play Grand Theft Auto 6 through Netflix, exclusive through the cloud. I don't know. What do you think, Wizard?
It's got to be something. Otherwise, it's going to be embarrassing.
Right.
And but also, I don't think it is anything. I think it's just Netflix.
It is what it is.
Money? They're just pissing away money?
Yes. Yeah. Well, they got the money to piss away. And I think, it's going to be annoying when it's nothing, but it's going to be, hey, we're GTA. We're going to run up commercials for GTA 6. We're getting close to launch. Does anybody want to be the exclusive one that airs it? And Netflix goes, ooh, we do. We want to do it. And that's exactly what it is. It's just that's going to be where the trailer premieres.
Are we broken as a society that we can't?
Yes. Well, yeah, we are.
We can't. Like, what? I mean, what does that mean? What is 6 hours? You paid for 6 hours? I don't get it.
I mean,
we get it.
This is the prequel to Idiocracy, what we're living in right now. So,
but people will tune in. All of you will have normies across the internet. You got your ball and gun gamers who will be tuning in for that, and they will be ecstatic and excited to do so, because that's who GTA is for. I've interviewed people at multiple conventions over the last 2 years, like to the tunes of hundreds of people, and normies are just, they'll buy it no matter what it costs. They're in. They're so addicted to it. I don't know if addicted is the right word. It's not an addiction. It's so convinced that they must own this to whatever dollar amount they would be charged. So yeah, it's gonna be trailer footage, exclusive trailer footage.
But why would Netflix make a deal like that just to put the trailer on a site that has nothing to do with gaming? Because no one has Netflix to play games. Let's be honest.
Actually, it is actually a genius move for Netflix. So Netflix's new business model is in advertising, right? So there's all the new ad tiers for Netflix. You mean to tell me that
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, they're going to be able to tell their advertisers, hey,
because
we had
they have
people
350 million people that pay.
Right.
So,
people paid and tuned into the millions, to the number of millions, to watch a commercial for Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, we understand more that it's not just a 30-second commercial. We understand it's 15 minutes, they said 15 to 20 minutes. That's a normal thing what Grand Theft Auto does, or Red Dead Redemption when they come out with the game. They do that little voiceover of the stuff, and they tell you like what the game's about and what it's going to do, and it hypes it up. They've done it all the time. They're just taking that and putting it over to Netflix, and Netflix is going to do their own thing with it. If it's a TV show, a small little episode of what it is, but we're talking about why they're putting it on Netflix. Not because it's just Grand Theft Auto and they're just putting a 30-second trailer on there. We're talking about why does Netflix want to put this on their site when they're movies? They're not about video games. No one's going over there and playing Oxenfree. Okay, they're like, oh yeah, did you guys like? They're not doing it. It's there because it's convenient. They're like, oh, I could play games on my mobile phone while I have Netflix. Cool, but no one's going, Oh yeah, I play all my games on Netflix. It's like 0.2% of the 350 million people that have Netflix.
I think I know
we
why.
we know 349 million people are just scrolling through trying to find out what to watch. I mean, that's what you do on Netflix.
What's your speculation, Kingerd? Got the look in your eye.
I think Netflix recognizes that statistically the majority of television users watch TV. They watch YouTube on TV more than anything else. And I think they are looking at adopting some of the styles of content that people are consuming on YouTube. And if it's not television shows, it's not movies, they're watching commentary or they're watching basically ads, presentations, showcases. And YouTube is a platform where you can get free advertising because people are going to stream your stuff and share it with all their audiences and talk about it anyway. People get paid. They do. Like, there's sponsorships. But for GTA, come on, they don't have to pay anybody to get coverage. Whereas Netflix is exclusively paid advertising. So in my opinion, I think they really want a piece of the pie of the type of content that's being consumed on YouTube. And as Wizard pointed out, being in the advertising business, that would bode extremely well for them if they can show any kind of bump in subscriptions on that day. Because if there's a game to pull this off with, it's going to be GTA 6.
Oh,
I agree
even
with
just
that,
views.
yeah.
It's not even subscriptions. It's just views.
Well, watch time, yeah, because you're pulling that, you're stealing that from YouTube, basically. So if they can show that they, yes, exactly, yeah, for sure.
Hey, advertisers, look at what we did. Look at the millions of minutes watched just for the GTA commercial. That's how strong Netflix is. Why don't you come on over here and advertise here instead of YouTube?
So I just looked up the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay, Grand Theft Auto 5's trailer from 14 years ago. The original trailer has 131 million views on it. 14 years. Okay. Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, the first trailer came out 2 years ago, has 288 million views for their trailer for trailer 1, and then trailer 2 has 177 million on. This is on the exclusive Rockstar page. So if Netflix has they say they have 350 million Netflix subscribers, do we think that they're going to be around the exact same amount of number, or do you think all 350 million people? Hold on, we got another member joining the chat. Good old Greg Owen. What's going on,
fellas?
Man?
Greg,
you're right on time, Greg. Right on time. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto. I know you're dying to play it. So,
yeah. I just renewed my Netflix subscription just so I could see a preview of it. That's how excited I am.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
It worked.
Please,
ads aren't the side feature; product. They're the main attraction now.
I'm so excited for product.
I don't know if you're listening before you joined into the conversation, but we're talking about Grand Theft Auto and why it's on Netflix, and why do you think Netflix got the exclusive for the 6-hour exclusive to get this trailer? Wait, I'm sorry, I don't want to say trailer. It upsets people in the channel. The show that they're doing on Netflix. Yeah.
I think part of it is these folks are just out of ideas, and they don't know how to make everything else like an event. Like, I think everybody's still trying to chase the Barbenheimer high of just like, if we get so many entities together, it's the big game thing, and it's Netflix. Like, it's just a giant show. It's an event. We're going to create an event, and then it'll just manufacture its own excitement. That's the only thing I can come up with for why this makes any sense. It's that it creates an event, maybe.
Okay. We were talking about, me and Sarge were saying, we think there's some sort of like what they did with Cyberpunk 2077. They have, I forget what the show is called on Netflix.
Edgerunners?
Edgerunners, thank you. We're thinking that they're going to announce something along the lines of that, like an animated series or some sort of TV series, short thing that they can put to kind of promote Grand Theft Auto before Grand Theft Auto comes out or after it comes out.
I don't even think they need that.
I mean,
I don't think they will. It makes sense, but I don't think they will do that.
Well, the only reason I think this is because the way they've set this up, where a couple years ago, they got the Red Dead Redemption on Netflix, and you can play it. I actually downloaded it this past weekend and played it on my phone. It was actually pretty impressive, even though it's 13 years old. But then they also got the definitive edition on Netflix as well for the 3 games that you can play of Grand Theft Auto. I think 2 years ago. I think that's when they did it. So you can download and play these games off of Netflix. And now they're doing this thing with Grand Theft Auto 6. So this is why I think there's something along the lines. If it is the cloud, if it is this TV series, if it is nothing, as Wizard says, this is where we go. So I don't know if you think there's a show or something else they're actually advertising except just the game.
I wouldn't think anything original, but maybe they're going to be trying to push even harder into cloud streaming for sure, like gaming. So I could see this being somehow attached to that maybe, but it was like a Netflix TV show or animated thing. I doubt it. I honestly doubt it.
Okay. All right. Well, I have a question on top of that where with GTA 6 being one of the most anticipated pieces of entertainment released ever, right? Rockstar actually, can they live up to the hype, right? Is it justified the price point that people are paying? I think it was like 86 or 89% of the people that bought the $100 version instead of the standard $70 version. Okay. So is this going to basically potentially change the expectations of AAA games coming down the road? And can GTA 6 live up to the hype that everyone's making for it, considering GTA 5, 13 years, GTA Online, and now GTA 6 comes out? Can it live up to its own shadow of GTA 5?
No.
We'll go with Greg first.
No, there's no chance. It's going to be. It's funny you brought up Cyberpunk because it's going to be just like Cyberpunk. Like there's no chance that it can ever be. And I don't think it's going to be broken like Cyberpunk, so it won't be
right.
Not living up on that level. But it will just be. There's no way that this video game can, like, this thing is supposedly going to cure cancer. I mean, it's going to fucking
save lives. Greg.
Is going to open because when this comes out.
Yeah.
We're just gonna all hold hands and sing Kumbaya. Like, all of the world's problems are gonna be solved by this game, judging by the hype cycle. And there's just I can't even imagine what they could do while staying inside the genre that would be so earth shattering that, I mean, like, what else can you add? Like, you're gonna do better graphics. You're gonna have, you'll be able to go it'll be like more complex, but it will still be at its heart a Rockstar game, and you just can't transcend. I don't believe they're going to transcend that, and so it won't be able to live up to the hype. And I honestly think that it's just going to be a very highly polished GTA game, and that will be that. I mean, no, it's impossible to. It's like Elder Scrolls 6 at this point. Cannot.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah, to compare to the last one to the Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah. What do you think, Wizard?
I think it's going to break the internet, and then everybody is going to break the internet because it doesn't live up to the hype. But it's not going to be the end of Rockstar in any way, because the people that have been waiting, like the people that are playing GTA Online or GTA 5 right now, will switch over to GTA 6, and they will make their billions. So while the general consensus is going to be, it took too long to make this, they overhyped it, they underdelivered it, but I'm still spending hundreds of dollars a month on this thing. That's what's going to happen. Yep. So it's the GTA people that are already in the GTA ecosystem are not leaving. Everybody like us will just be looking around being like, that's it, and it'll make all the money in the world.
We'll get to the online section in a second. What do you think, Kingerd?
I mean, I think the single player will come and go as single players do. Everyone and their mother is going to play it or watch someone play it or whatever. I don't think it's going to be just incredibly overwhelming, earth-shattering. It's going to be another Grand Theft Auto. Not going to be hated on or anything. It's fine, other than the price. But the online is where the big question mark is for me, because I haven't seen anything spoken about with GTA Online for 6. And I know that the online community of 5 takes that stuff very seriously. There are role-play servers. They have a decade's worth of microtransactions and grinding all in one account that will not follow them to GTA 6. So if GTA 6 says, hey, we're doing RP servers again, but you gotta pay more for them, I actually don't think that people will move. I think they'll stick with the GTA 5 ones. If Rockstar pulls something in that corner of the game, as they have on single player, like paywalling barber shops, paywalling auto shops, stuff like that, something in that ilk. I could see the RP community kind of revolting in that regard. But yeah, it's going to make a more billion amount of dollars. It's going to make a ton of money, and people are going to bend over and say, "Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Can I have another?" Because
Thank you so much. Yeah.
it's GTA 6, and life will go on. The only thing that I think will really decide whether or not that game sticks around is going to be online, which I haven't seen them say anything about yet.
Sarge, what about you? What do you think about the expectations? Can it live up to it?
Well, I've already spoken out about this. I said, yeah, my camera's a little jumpy. Don't worry about that. I've gone over this before. I have said that I think that Grand Theft Auto 5 was peak. Like that's what that was the peak of Grand Theft Auto. Now, what's going on with Grand Theft Auto 6? First of all, nobody's seen a frame. Not a frame.
One gameplay, yeah, not one piece of.
So you are basing pre-order numbers on name recognition only, and the hype is so ridiculous off of nothing. And you're pre-ordering a digital game that you don't have anyway, which makes it even more sad. I'm hoping that at least they show something prior to it, and if they show anything, it will be cultivated as hell, right? You don't delay a game a year because you're polishing. You delayed a game a year
18 months, yeah.
because shit is going wrong somewhere.
Or they're changing something back from what it was originally. Yeah.
Now, maybe the single player version is pretty tight. Maybe it is. But I don't think, as TheKingerd said, how do you onboard all these people that have spent hundreds of thousands of dollars over 13 years to move over to GT to move over to 6?
Yeah. Well, that's a big thing, because there's a shit ton of people that are still playing Grand Theft Auto on the Xbox One, on the PlayStation 4, right? They haven't moved over to PlayStation, 5 and Xbox Series S or X. And what happens once the online does come out? If it does, let's say it comes out in January next year, they don't say anything for November or December. It comes out in January. What does that look like? Because now you have two massive online, communities going at it. You're splitting your player base, because obviously you want these guys to move over to 6. And like TheKingerd was saying, with the role playing and stuff like that, Grand Theft Auto is not on PC. Role playing was huge over on the PC side for that, not so much on the console side. So all those people, obviously they'll move over, but if online's there and people are not moving over there to play, yeah, content creators will, but will the rest of the actual world move over fast over to online or GTA 6 online, or are they going to stay where they are? What do you think, Wizard?
I don't know what to think on GTA anymore. And I'm serious. See, from a business perspective, I have no idea what's going to happen. I think it's going to make a ton of money. I think most people are going to say it's incredible. I think the access media is going to say it's incredible. I think you're going to have the average, and also, to be completely clear, the access media is going to. This is going to be their game of the year. They are going to parade that this is the greatest thing ever made. This is the greatest game ever made ever. And the reason for that is because they have to. Because if this game fails in any way, if they lose the narrative, if this game underperforms in any possible way, all of them are done, because the entire video game industry will kind of collide. There'll be a crash. This game's failure in any capacity will trigger a crash, because it's the most expensive game ever made. So you've lost any kind of reliable coverage of this game right on that premise alone.
Right. 100% bias. 100%.
Yeah, it is this will be the most biased reporting in all of gaming history, because it has to be. And then I think on top of that, all of the shills for GTA will agree with all of the access media, because they themselves, they're not as financially inclined, but they're just addicted to being Rockstar fans. They're addicted to being GTA fans, and they're not going to see it any other way. It's the same thing with Sony ponies right now. It's the same thing with the Nintendo shills right now that are parading around saying that losing Pokemon Bank is a good thing. Like you guys are disgusting. You're actually we're just reaching new levels of disgusting with consumerism every single day. It's gross. But it's going to be the same thing with GTA. I don't know what the sensible center is going to think. They're probably going to buy it and they're probably going to enjoy it. The real test is going to be, does it live up culturally to the expectations 6 months later? I think we won't be able to get a gauge on this 6 months, maybe even a year after it launches is when we'll know.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. To me, it feels like this the movie The Odyssey, where it's making all this money. Critics are just, oh my God, they're balls deep on Nolan, and it just, nobody will admit that it's just not an 11 out of 10 life-changing experience. It's not. It's just not that. It's an okay movie, but nobody will say that because they spent so much time hyping it up, and it's made all this. So you're going to have with GTA, people are going to say, shut up, you fucking haters! Look how much money it's made. Okay, great, a lot of copies sold. But Wizards are 100% correct. In 2 months from now, is anybody talking about The Odyssey? I genuinely don't think so. I think that the hype is going to die as soon as it's out of IMAX. Nobody's going to talk about it ever again. It's going to age very, very poorly. And I'm not a big GTA person. Like, I don't hate it. I just don't play it. I don't really care either way. So, but just from what I know about it, all right, it's a cool looking game. But I think in a few months, it'll just be like, oh yeah, that came out. That happened. We broke the $100 game ceiling. That's cool. We set that precedent, and that'll be about it.
We did it, you guys.
We did it. Yeah.
We made gaming worse.
We got it.
We made gaming worse.
Kingerd, what do you think about the online? Do you think people are going to move over from?
Yeah.
From 5 to 6?
People will move over. It's just gonna matter of, because people are buying the game, so they're gonna at least try it. It's just gonna come down to what's there when they get there. Because both GTA, not both, three games in a row. GTA.
Are they going to leave their multi-million-dollar mansions and cars in 5 and never to be seen again?
It depends on what's waiting for them when they get to 6. If we look at Rockstar's history, 5 was bare at launch. GTA Online, there was nothing to do.
It was broke at launch.
Red Dead 2, nothing at launch. They ended up dropping support for it. GTA 4 was very much just open sandbox, go steal a car or what. Yeah. So that's 3 games in a row where it launched with next to nothing. If GTA 6 does the same thing, I think people will already own their copy of GTA 6. So if it comes out, great. But are they going to go over to 6 and play around, make their own fun in an open sandbox when 5 and all their last 13 years worth of treasure is still sitting there for them? No, I don't think they will. I think that will split the player base. So if they have some good heaps of content ready to rock and roll when GTA 6 Online launches, then yeah, I could see people moving over. It just depends on how much they'll aggressively monetize the RP world. Like if they go crazy on making people pay for things they never had to pay for with 5, then I could see there being a sizable fracture in the community. The campaign, like the single player though, dude, I'll be honest. I'm more of a Red Dead guy myself. I prefer the heart of Red Dead versus like the quirky silliness of GTA. But I've played all of them, so I'm gonna play it. Will I still think about it? 3 months after the fact? Probably not. Probably not.
Sarge, what do you think online? Do you think people are going to move from 5 over to 6, or do you think it's just going to be like they buy GTA 6? Play the single player, but they're going to go back to their mansions and stuff that they have that they've been playing for 13 years over on 5.
I mean, if you're a pay pig and you don't care, you're going to just pay to play, right? You don't care. So would you move over after spending, I don't know, $1,000 worth of stuff over 13 years? It's part of the game, right? You say to yourself, it's just part of the game. I'm going to just move over. But the issue is sometimes the hook of what makes you want to stay inside the world might not be there, right? You don't have the same writers, right? Sometimes the world's too complex and it's too real, right? Sometimes you take the fun out of it. If everything's so realistic, it loses its game fun about it because I'm living in the real world being a criminal. Like, yes, it sounds cool in the beginning, but at the same time, if everything is so detailed, like the whole part of the game before was you get in a car and do a cop chase or something. there's less traffic on the road and makes you find the secret spots to do the ramps, to do the jumps, to do the secret shortcuts and whatnot, made the game fun. If I'm in a real world with real traffic and all these fucking people everywhere, I can't really go that fast. I'm crashing into everybody. You need to give me some open road for me to speed up, right? So how is the game set up? Like, is it more fun? Is it more arcadey? It looks beautiful. Once again, they keep throwing the beautiful part at you. Yes, it looks great. It looks phenomenal. I haven't seen one frame yet, so I'm still waiting to see the frame.
Well, you better subscribe to Netflix, like Greg. Yeah. Greg's got his Netflix.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I've lived. I lived through
Ready.
most of this. I can wait 6 hours. I waited 13 years. I can wait 6 hours. It's not a big deal. Beside the fact that they said that there was going to be no penalties for people to stream it while it was going on. So,
well, good luck to them.
That's the truth. I don't see how that's the truth. We're going to see how that works.
I'm not doing a trust me, bro moment with Netflix because
yeah,
you show something off Netflix.
Yeah.
DMCA is coming for you real fast. So I don't know. You can trust them. We will be watching the trailer. Or I'm sorry, the show when it launches on YouTube 9 hours or 6 hours later, right here on this show, 2 weeks from now. So
I mean, all I know is you need a hook. You need a hook to want to bring people out of the game they've been playing for 13 years and having a blast with, and bring them into a new city and do different things. Hopefully, if it's just the same stuff, different city, we'll see if the hook holds you for long enough. But on hype alone, they're gonna make their money back. So it won't matter, right? It won't matter if it doesn't hold people for a long period of time. We got the money, we're moving on, right?
Yeah. Greg, real fast, make sure you're on the right because I can hear your open of your mic. I don't know if it's your camera mic or if it's your microphone. Double check that.
I think it's that. Maybe that one. Yeah, I think I'm on the right one. I hope.
Because it just sounds very
it's picking up the room. We got the room.
Yeah, it's picking up the room noise and
Do
stuff.
I sound echoey? Do I need to lean in a little bit more?
Yeah,
Oh no, it's a little
What
loud.
ASMR?
It's loud. I think Grand Theft Auto, well, obviously it's going to sell well, right? It's going to be the most pre-orders, most day one, most week one, most month one, most year one, right? Great, fantastic. I think the problem here is GTA is going to do more damage for the industry than, obviously it's going to be successful, but it's going to do so much damage for other games that are trying to come out after, especially once GTA Online launches, because if it is an amazing time and people play it just like they did with Grand Theft Auto 5, as much as they are with heists and all these other things they're constantly doing, this is the new meta, right? This is the Fortnite, but for older people now that don't want to just sit in a lobby of Fortnite shooting people. They're going to be living in Vice City. They're going to be constantly updating that game, and it's going to devastate content creators. There's going to be, I said this a couple of weeks ago, there's going to be content creators that don't even have channels right now, that all they do is they start up on Grand Theft Auto Online, and they will become the next million subscriber channel. And there'll be people that are super famous now because of the role playing and all this other stuff. And it's going to constantly just drive numbers away from these other live service games. I believe that because that's how much this game is going to make ripples through the industry, not because of the $100 price tag, not because of, Take-Two and whatever they do. It's literally because people are going to no-life the crap out of this game come to the future once it online comes out.
Well, and that might be why they push it back 18 months. You're saying, but they got a lot of stuff to fix. Maybe they know for a fact that they've got to have a lot at launch because people are going to no-life it hard. And then after, if you run out of stuff to do in 2 weeks because you're streaming it 12 hours a day, that's what happened to High Guard. It happens to so many live service games where they launch and they're like, yeah, we're going to add some more stuff in 6 weeks, but there's a week's worth of content. So maybe that's what they were going for, is we got to front load the shit out of this thing to give streamers enough to do to keep the attention going so people don't get bored and move on to the next thing.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I don't think they're going to release it during the holidays because obviously a lot of people go on vacation. Devs go on vacation during that time. So I think they'll put online probably the second week of January. I think they'll launch it, or February is when they'll come out with the online version.
I mean, how bad can you worry about it though, right? If you have this kind of level of pre-orders and you're going to sell that many outright, if you play the single player game and you knock it out in a week or 2 weeks, but you still made the $2.2 billion and now you're waiting for online, they don't care.
Well, they need the ongoing revenue. Like, yeah, that upfront money is there, but they're at this point, Rockstar has transitioned to a live service company, so they have to. They're like Epic. They have to have the ongoing. So the online has to be good to keep the whatever shark dollars or whatever the fuck it is coming in.
Well, don't underestimate the type of content people can make with Grand Theft Auto games. I mean, GTA, Roblox, Minecraft, those are super popular for like shorts material and just let's plays and role playing. I think content creators will not have an issue. It's the casual normie who maybe they spend some money in GTA every now and again, maybe they don't. That is my biggest question, because when I get on GTA Online now, I see like, oh, I can subscribe monthly. I can, buy more cash with shark cards. I can buy a submarine, or I can play and just grind and unlock all those things. I wonder if they'll maintain that. I guess we'll see. But yeah, don't underestimate how much people will stick around on GTA, man. That's GTA 5 has been a content machine for a long time. I think GTA 6 probably will too.
Yeah. There's a lot of people in the chat that are wondering why we're also doom and gloom about it. It's because I'm old enough that I've been through a lot of hype cycles, and I can't really offhandedly think of one game, maybe two, that really lived. Like Cyberpunk was the most recent one. Oh, I was following the shit out of that one. Oh, I was so excited. I was watching every online announcement, all the little shows, all the little web episodes and shit. Came out, it was broken. It was garbage. For me, the fucking villain origin story for me was Final Fantasy 15. I'll never get over. I watched the movie that came out for that one. There were short episodes. I was fucking pumped about it. And then I tried to convince myself that it was good while I was playing it. I really do love collecting all these recipes, and I really do love this dialogue. Oh, it's not fucking good. That game was not good. And so that is why, like, you're wondering why you guys hate GTA, so why are you so pessimistic? Because I've seen this before. I'm 41. That's why, because I've seen it a lot.
Greg, you don't have to over-explain, man. I think the chat is mostly just one person who will not stop glazing GTA. They've sent about one message every minute at minimum.
They gotta make sure that they feel that it's worth it. And if it's worth it, buy it.
Oh my gosh! Anytime one of us has said anything slightly,
we're just having a conversation about it. That doesn't affect them playing the actual game.
Crap!
Again,
yeah, man.
I played Marvel's Avengers over 1,000 hours. I don't give two shits what people think about the game that I'm playing. I play it because I like playing the game. Enjoy.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think that ties back into something we were saying before. It's like you've got in gaming, you have players that are like, that's my thing, I'm never going to let it go. But then you have the people who haven't made up their minds, and that's where the battlefield is. So for us to be talking negatively about something like GTA or Cyberpunk or Marvel's, literally anything, like we were talking about before with the War Dogs game, but like, okay, all the people in the middle, that diehard GTA person doesn't want to hear it. Firstly, because they're not willing to have the conversation themselves. They are so bought in, they are unable to have any kind of conversation. But also, they're afraid of losing the people that haven't made up their minds.
Right.
And that's a very real concern, whether they can admit it or not. It's like, no, don't tell people not to like my thing. I like my thing. I don't want to hear from the other people in my sphere that they also don't like my thing because you don't like my thing. And that's it's not unique to gaming, but it's certainly very strong in gaming. When people like their games, they refuse to, but they don't listen to reason. And that's the problem. Look, if GTA drops and it is what they're saying it's going to be, every one of us on this panel is going to be like, well, all right, well, maybe we criticized a little too much, but awesome. All right, it actually delivered. That's incredible.
I want to be wrong. Exactly. I want to be wrong.
Please deliver good games.
Best time to be wrong. Yeah.
I can sympathize a little bit because that was me. That was me with Final Fantasy. I would not hear that it wasn't going to be the greatest ever. I would not hear it. And
one time ago, Greg was a trash knight. He was defending Final Fantasy. Hey, we've all been there. We've all been there. Right?
No, dude, cup noodles are so good. I'm so glad that you can wear a cup noodle hat in this game. It's actually really good because. Oh my god.
Well, speaking of that, going to the next thing, which is Take-Two CEO says he expects the games industry to be the commercial streaming mode within 3 years, which is great news if you hate owning things. Okay. So, which is funny because we've been doing the show. I don't know if you know this, 500 episodes. Okay. We've been doing this for 12 years. Around 2019, okay, which is like season 4. Okay. We were talking about cloud gaming. Okay. We were talking about how the industry was moving towards cloud gaming. And just 2 years ago, I said within 6 to 7 years, and this is not a joke of 6, 7, okay, but 6 to 7 years from now, which was 2 years ago, I said that cloud gaming will be the majority. And people right now in chat will be like, it's not going to be the majority. And they think it's got to be like 90%, 80%, 70%. No, it just needs to be like 33, 36%. And that would be the market leader of people playing games on the different platforms. You can do digital, physical, cloud. You know what I'm saying? So here we are now as CEO of one of the largest companies, bringing out one of the most profitable games, pieces of entertainment ever, now comes out and says it. And now everybody on YouTube is coming out with doom and gloom. Cloud gaming is it. And they're like, oh, we saw this coming from a mile. But nobody spoke about it because they didn't believe it was going to happen, because they thought they were going to have physical games for the rest of their lives. They thought that they was never going to take them away. And I would always argue with people on this channel of, you can have it until they let you have it, and then they take it away from you, which is what Sony is doing right now, right? So saying that, what do you think, Greg, as far as the 3-year speculation from Strauss-Zelnick saying that, you know, cloud gaming is going to be it's going to be 10 times, he says, business for them, but it doesn't mean 10 times the revenue for them. He understands that they'll bring more people in, but they're not going to make as much money from it.
Yeah, I think that streaming is going to be a huge, especially, I'm actually surprised it's not already, because when you've got stuff like, well, Game Pass is not doing well at the moment, but when you have more and more games that are ported to be touch control friendly, or, you know, the more people have a backbone that they can stick their phone inside of and just straight up controller they have a controller with them in their pocket at all times. Like, it's a really cool thing. And I do think that it's going to grow more and more and more, where people just want to bring their games with them all the time. But I do agree that, well, I don't know that I'm not sure how I felt at the price thing, because they'll sell subscriptions that way that people, you know, they'll want to have their game stuff with them at all times. I'm actually quite surprised that Game Pass is not doing well. I predicted that. I was totally wrong on that one. Speaking of taking your L's, like, I thought Game Pass was going to do great, because I figured people would just want to pull their phone out and play a game and good to go. Like, their cloud streaming service is actually pretty cool. So I was way off on that one, but I guess we'll see.
Wizard? Kingerd?
No, I mean, I think it's just too early. Give it time, Greg. And I think more time than maybe we had predicted. Because right now, a lot of the arguments against predominantly cloud gaming are the capability.
Yeah, the infrastructure.
The infrastructure, the bandwidth, all that stuff. And as with just about any intrusive technology, once the capability gets improved, because there's always someone trying to improve that capability, then it's going to happen. It's just the way it is. And every year, new people are born. Every generation, new gamers come up. There's gamers right now who don't know a world without battle passes. They don't remember games that didn't have microtransactions in them. And one day there will be gamers who don't know a world without digital gaming, and we're already getting there, without digital gaming, and eventually without cloud gaming. So
you mean digital gaming or physical gaming?
They won't know a world without digital gaming.
Okay, without digital. Okay.
Yeah.
And then eventually it'll be they won't know a world without cloud gaming. And unfortunately, I think that's going to just become more of a norm as more people are born into it. But that's where it goes naturally. That's why you keep having to have people like all of you guys fighting against it and letting your voices be heard about it, because we see where it's going. We see what the trade-off is, and we don't like that trade-off. Now, if in fairy tale land, fully digital media and cloud-based media always meant you own the game that you buy, it'll always be available to you. There's always going to be a server somewhere that lets you log back in and play it no matter what, because you paid for it. That'd be great. But that's not going to happen. That's not where we are. And the evidence is just in streaming apps right now, like Netflix, Amazon Prime, stuff, movies and shows cycle in and out of there all the time. Like you can't, there are original productions that were made for streaming apps that you can't watch anywhere unless you pirate them now, because they were never released on physical. They're not available on the app. And I think games are going to be going the same direction. Yeah.
What concerns me with the streaming thing, like there are cool pros to it. Like when I remember when Liza P came out, I was on vacation the week that it came out, and I was down in Florida, and I had Wi-Fi at the place we were staying, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try this game because I'm so excited. I was so pumped about it, and it was a little janky. It was it's kind of tough to play a Souls game when you don't have like lightning quick. Like that's not a great streaming product. But I made it through like the first level, and I really enjoyed it. And I at the time I thought, God, this is the future. This is so cool that like I had my iPad with me and I could just stream it. I had a controller Bluetooth to it. It was the coolest thing ever. But that sounds great. But the problem is Netflix is a great example, because I mean, when we think of Netflix shows, Netflix movies, you think of trash. You think of second screen trash. You think of just the fucking Avatar Last Airbender live action. This is just garbage,
God, that's
right?
the worst show.
It's awful. And that is what I'm afraid. And I if I pull up like the Xbox app on my computer right now, like I'm sure I'm going to see a bunch of stuff in their Game Pass catalog that is, I mean, this stuff is shovelware. It is the shovelware equivalent of Netflix shows, and that's what I'm afraid, is that they're going to make stuff that's quick, that you can stream real fast, that you can play in like 5 hours, and then that way, if it goes away later, okay, that's not, whatever, that's fine. Like it wasn't, you're not invested in it, and then overall the quality of gaming might end up going down because the standards will all get lower, because everything's just going to be quick hit stuff that you will not get attached to. It will be the equivalent of second screen shows.
Yeah, they'll design games just for that reason. Like there will be certain ways they design the game for that short retention span, TikTok brain type of, quick fetch quest type of stuff, keep you longer on the subscription service type of thing. Wizard, what do you think about the 3 years cloud gaming by Strauss Zelnick saying that?
It's terrifying. I mean, it's what we've been talking about, and it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before the only thing stopping them from rolling out a streaming-only GTA game or a subscription-based fully GTA game. I mean, we've already got it, right? We've already got it, but what's stopping them is the internet in the West is not strong enough to sustain all streaming all the time in that capacity. We're just not there yet that's not something that gaming can change. That's something literally the Western infrastructure of internet. In America, the internet is garbage. Like you compare it to other countries, it's infinitely better than it is here. I mean, I got a guy coming tomorrow to fix my internet because my upload is garbage. So it's just that's a choke point for the gaming industry. As soon as that they have a solution to that, we're gonna get more streaming stuff. And yeah, I mean, there's the argument of it gives them more control, but it gives them more monetization methods.
I was going to bring that up and then send it over to Sarge. The gaming went from 60 frames to 30 frames to now going back to 60 frames, right? Greg brought up, Netflix with the streaming is like 4K, but it's not really 4K. You know what I mean? It's like garbage when you stream it over there and stuff like that, and they put trash on there. Sarge, with cloud gaming and these multi-tiers monetization, as Wizards bring it up, as far as, maybe they only charge you $10 a month, but you get 30 frames per second. But if you pay $20 a month, you get the 60 frames per second at 1080p, and then, so on and so forth. So where do you think this goes? Do you think not only is it cloud gaming in the future, but it's also compartmentalized, little tiers of your streaming services that you have to pay for?
Well, I think the rush to get there is what they're doing now, right? Because Sony gave you the kill switch. They want to do it by 28. So that gets rid of the discs. Then after you get rid of the disc, now you're totally digital. Then you say to yourself, well, what's the point of me having digital? And then someone walks up to you and says, hey, we have these digital plans now for just streaming games, right? So they already have the implementation by saying 100 hours a month gets you this price point. So if you want 200 hours a month, then you have to pay this next level up. Like that's what's coming already. They're already discussing.
Yeah, GeForce is
how many,
already starting
right,
to
they're already
limit.
discussing how many hours you get to play for a price point. So if the internet sucks like it does, but then they say we're going to give you 60 frames or 90 frames, but this is the price point, right? So then you start filtering out people that well, they're only going to be playing so many hours anyway. After that, they can't play anymore, which is weird. But I guess if that's the way you want to live your life and how you play video games, I guess that'd be cool. I guess maybe you'd have multiple accounts, right? I play 100 hours on this system, and then I play another 100 hours over here. And so I'm just handing out more monthly fees to play video games as opposed to me just owning the game and playing it, right? That's more convenient, right? It sounds strange, right? We're dinosaurs. I get it. But you still have to recognize the fact that they are going to get you to pay monthly for your entertainment regardless, right? There's never going to be a time where you say, I feel like playing something. It's going to be like another cable bill. And it won't be $20. It's going to be $100 a month to have this unlimited streaming or whatever it is you think you're going to have. That's what it's going to be. But where do you go from there? They always have to go bigger. So where are you going to go from there? If we rush to this game where it's online gaming streaming only, where do you go from there? What is it after that?
I can answer that. Advertising.
Ads.
It always is. So statistically, for every single streaming or subscription-based anything product in pretty much all of like the last 100-ish years, the big push then becomes advertising.
Yeah.
And so then you're going to have we are going to get to a point, I'd say within the next 10 years, easily 8 to 10 years, probably less, where on the bottom right, top right of your screen, there's going to be a revolving banner ad.
Constant.
Yeah.
Well,
and you're going to be able to pay a premium to get rid of that. But then
make the problem solve the solution. Yeah.
But then they're going to be like, well, wait a second. We actually make more money when that banner ad plays. So we're going to raise the prices on everything so that you are incentivized to go for the banner ad. And then, oh my gosh, people are still paying more money to get rid of the banner ad. Well, we need to just get rid of banner ad tier altogether.
Well,
and now instead of so yeah, all tiers now have the banner ad, but we will mail you a pack of God of War stickers every month. Yeah. It costs us less than a penny.
It's physical loot boxes.
It's physical loot boxes now. Yeah. It's going to be, but it's obviously that's a joke, but we are in that level of crazy world.
But not really.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because remember the patent from Sony where you have to yell at your TV screen when an ad plays, right? This is an actual patent that they have that if a McDonald's commercial pops up on the screen, you're going to have to say McDonald's so it knows that you have seen the ad to get it off your screen. Now combine that with what Xbox kind of wants to do where if you watch an ad, you get to play for an hour on the free tier type of thing. Now combine these two things with your cloud gaming that you pay $60 a month for 720p, 30 frames per second with the ads spinning in the thing, and you have to scream at your television set to then get 2 hours of play time so you can then play your thing with your retina scan that you have to make sure you are you because you now don't own the game that you're renting from the cloud gods that are doing this, right?
It sounds so convenient. It sounds so nice. Convenient. It sounds. I'll be playing my PS2 when that day comes. I'll be playing PS2 games. I won't buy into it. I'm sorry. The rest of you can enjoy yourselves. I'm glad I had my decades of golden age gaming. You're welcome. And then I'll go on the wayside. I'll find something else to play. But that kind of dystopian nightmare, I'm not going to be. I refuse to watch any ads during my video game time. I'm sorry. That's the whole
But
point.
it's so generous of them to give you a whole hour of uninterrupted gameplay.
It's
if
probably
you
like
just
48 minutes. Yeah, it's probably 48 minutes.
The games aren't good enough for this. They're not good enough for this.
And they'll give you a free skin in Fortnite or some shit.
Well, if you're in the second tier up, they will. Otherwise, you got to buy it.
What I love about the people that are defending Sony right now because they're like, I hate physical. I hope physical dies and digital is what it is.
Good.
Well, then you're okay with the cloud gaming coming because if you're not going to own the digital, then you're not going to. It's more convenient for you. It's because that's what they want. They say I like convenience because I want to play digital games. Well, cloud gaming is even more convenient for you because you don't have to download anything to your device. It just goes there.
Just give me the $100
that you want. Yeah,
just give me the $100. You'll be good.
Yeah.
That's where we're going. It's fine. Listen, if you've been brought up in this environment, and your whole brain is taken over, and you think owning nothing and being controlled on how long you're supposed to play a video game for and how much you're supposed to give them to actually play the video game, and you think that's completely cool, great. Go on with your life and enjoy yourself.
The future is looking bright for those people.
Yeah, you guys are great. Yeah, totally fine. The rest of us will be enjoying ourselves, not handing over that kind of control. That's all. That's the difference. It's a control game. It's not about video games.
All right, Sony looking to monetize PlayStation through ads, reports suggest, right? Recent activities of Sony Interactive Entertainment suggest that the company might be looking to expand its advertising business by monetizing PlayStation, which could potentially lead to an ad-oriented future. PlayStation has recently reaffirmed that the discontinuation of physical discs, a move that many believe is aimed at improving the company's profit margins. Now, it might be looking to generate more revenue through advertisement. It's almost like these bitter old guys that are talking on this panel, might know something. I don't know, call me crazy. So
just let people enjoy things.
Yeah,
Get excited for product.
Yeah. Get excited for product.
Consume product. The one I'm curious about, I want to see what your guys' take on this is that when EA got bought out and is now private, okay, the company took on $22 billion in debt. What do you think they're going to do in order to offset that kind? I think it's going to be a fire sale soon, and they're going to have to let go of a bunch of IPs or something. There's no way a company can function with that much debt.
Well, the day it happens, I mean, I went on to Twitter and I said that when a business purchases another business, the first thing they have to do is get the profit margin back up, because now it's lower. Right. Yep. Because now they're taking on the expenses of that business plus the expense of whatever loan they use, unless they bought a business in cash. That rarely ever happens. But that usually takes two forms. One is massive cuts, and the other, obviously, is increasing the revenue. The most expensive thing a company pays for, people, labor. So the next day is when they said, "Oh, there's going to be layoffs coming." I had people in my replies saying like, "No, this is great news. They're private now."
They have to be bots. That means have to be bots.
That means no more. For some reason, the anti-woke, the anti-woke, like the people who are fed up with the nonsense in games these days, they thought this would be a good thing for EA for whatever reason. They won't have to rely on loot boxes, blah, blah, blah. No, they want their money back. They just bought a business, guys. They're not going to cut loot boxes. Are you insane?
No, you're going to triple down on loot boxes.
Yeah, so, I mean, maybe they will get out of the political sphere stuff. Maybe they'll stop including that. But as far as monetization goes, it's going to get worse before it gets better. And it's going to get worse quick.
Well, they already tried it, but they try to sneak in monetization for the college football game. Then they got pushed back, and they said, "Oh no, we'll take it out." But then just 2 weeks later, they're like, "Oh no, we're putting monetization into the Madden football games, and we're not backing off of this." And they're like, "Call our bluff," right? They don't care because they know that people are gonna continue buying Madden. Why? Because they own the only football game that has the license for the NFL, right? So they know they have you by the balls for that.
Yeah. But EA has always been the one to get away with it. Like, so many countries frown upon loot boxes and so many players frown upon loot boxes, yet EA still does it in every game, every sports game they put out with no issue and no pushback. Why?
Well, they don't have to try. There's no competition. Yeah. If I own the license, if I'm paying the license for NFL and nobody else can make a game for it, then it's a closed system.
Yeah.
But the point being is you're throwing numbers around like it's not a big deal. $22 billion is a lot of money. And they didn't take on that debt. The debt went to the company. EA, the company, gets the $22 billion. They didn't pull it out. Right. That's insane.
Jedi Fallen Order 3 is going to have, if you want to color lightsaber,
you guys think you're going to
pay $10 for it.
You are going to see you guys are going to see the biggest meme of loot boxes ever to be put on Earth on EA in the next couple of years. It's going to be hilarious. What they're going to have to try to do and offset this money.
Well, go ahead. Sorry.
I think there's I think you are going to see a big fire sale. I mean, we've already got rumors that BioWare is up for sale already. Like,
good.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It's going to happen. They bought this. They didn't. If we look at the people that did the buying, there's a very strong interest in the Western sports empire. They bought EA. Saudi Arabia. These individuals who bought EA bought it for all of the sports licensing, and they bought it for all the sports
they're trying to
games.
get out of the oil business by 2030. So they're trying to invest money into other avenues in gambling and sports and stuff. Yeah.
Yes, and they've got the money to play ball.
Yeah.
Sure. Plenty of
but
money.
that's all it is. They don't care about Dragon Age Veilguard. They don't care about Mass Effect at all. They are only interested in they don't care about all the history with it. This is a cash machine, and it's I mean, my gosh, look at the what was it last month with they shipped the game. The single player is pay to win.
Yeah, that's college football. Yeah, the
college football. That's right. Yeah, and then they had to roll it back, but not really. Damage is done. That's what's going to happen even more now, and they're not going to roll it back next time. And people will still buy the games, even though they're loaded in microtransaction crap.
So think about if they actually did sell it. Maybe they sell BioWare. Maybe they sell Battlefield. Right?
That'd be great news.
What do you? It would be great news, but like, what could they get for it really? Like to offset $22 billion.
They would just cut expenses out of that. Anybody is affiliated with the studio, the assets or not assets, sorry, the liabilities and the expenses of the studio. That's what they'd be getting rid of more than anything to just keep that profit margin growing and growing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, so I just looked it up. Like, when you look at EA stuff, like it's so out of balance. Like, BioWare, Dragon Age, all that. Suppose they sell a couple million copies. Okay. The ultimate EA's ultimate team mode, according to Google's AI, which, whatever, apparently makes between $1.5 and $2 billion every single year.
Right. So it takes 20 years.
BioWare makes them like 10 to $20 million every 2 to 3 years. Like when you think about how much money a BioWare or I don't know who else EA owns, like these smaller companies, that you're absolutely right. They're going to sell these off because it's not even that they don't care that they're losing money. They just don't give a shit. They're right. Like that's a distraction. Just somebody buy. I don't give a fuck if we lose money on the sale. Whatever. Just get that crap out of my company. I just want FIFA is what we bought this for because
it's
that's
sucking money out. Yeah, it's sucking money out of the company. We need to get rid of this leech that's taking the money from Madden. We need to get rid of the BioWares, right? That's exactly it.
And yet if we had an educated population of gamers who just stopped buying these fucking packs, this company would be done.
Yeah,
but they can't.
No.
It's the draw.
It's people that's legitimately all they play is sports stuff, ball and gun gamers, and just ball gamers. Like it's literally just
it's so stupid though because. People like me and Sarge have been talking about this literally for 12 years about stuff, and we want gaming to be better. But these people don't want gaming to be better. They want what they have now, which is worse gaming, right? Which is it's mind-boggling to me. It's like I'm trying to help you get a better game, and they're like, "Fuck you! You hate gaming." It's like, no, I love gaming. I'm trying to help you, make me help you. It's like, what was it?
Help me help you.
Yeah. Was that Jerry Maguire? Right?
Yeah.
This is a classic case of welcome to Costco. I love you. That's exactly what this is.
Living in idiocracy.
That's exactly what this is. If you believe giving team packs for your entire existence is helping gaming, you're the problem.
You gotta quit buying them packs. Go away, I'm begging.
Are you guys familiar with C.S. Lewis's I don't know what you'd call it, like analogy of the kid making mud pies?
No. I know it, but I don't remember it. So
it's Christian based, but I think the overall setup still applies here. There's a kid who's playing in the mud making mud pies. And you try to persuade them, hey, come with me to the beach. I'm going to show you something way better. You're going to get sand. You're going to get waves. You're going to get sunshine. It's going to be awesome. They don't know what the beach is. They've never been there. And they go, no, I'm good with my mud pies. But you know full well that they would love what's on that beach. But they're so preoccupied with what they see right in front of them that they don't even consider going to what could be. I feel the same way every time someone's like, don't tell me I can't like this game. I don't know who you think you are.
Yeah. You're eating poop. You're literally eating poop, and we're trying to. And you're mad at me for telling you that you're eating poop.
That's why they're mad because if they change their ways, then they know that they're in the wrong, and they don't want to be wrong because they're spending their hard-earned money on a minimal viable product, which goes to a great thing. If you guys haven't seen Greg's last video,
awesome.
The shitification.
Shitification.
Okay, that is a fantastic. He goes through a whole shit ton of stuff for you to listen to. It's a great video. That's what's happening right now in the video game space. What's happening in Hollywood? What's happening in corporate America? Like all of these things are being shitified, right? They're being shitification.
Yeah, and it's the EAs, it's the Ubisofts, it's anybody that's publicly traded. Like, and there's a real. That's why I know Wizards been trying to do like this indie spotlight stuff. I made a whole video about games that I'm excited about that are coming up that are independently owned, and people, that is my lowest rated, like my like to dislike fit. People were pissed that I liked games. It was the I didn't see it coming at all. People were angry.
It makes no sense.
Oh, it's because of your packaging. That's all the goldfish brains on YouTube care about. They care about your title and your thumbnail, and if it requires any more than 5 seconds of viewing to understand the real message, then they don't get it. You called it the golden age of gaming, so immediately they assumed you love everything about AAA gaming right now.
It was crazy. Like early in the video, I was like, yeah, AAA gaming sucks. The live service games suck, like all that. But look over here, there's good shit. No, oh my God, it was
Don't
crazy.
tell me where to look, Greg. Okay? Don't tell me where to look. But I like my mud pie right here in front of me.
I do think that's where some people are trying to get this idea of like, oh, well, if EA is private, then they don't succumb to that. And that thinking would be fine if they were already private. Like I'm fucking over the moon. No pun, well, yeah, pun intended. About No Rest for the Wicked coming out. Moon Studios is coming out. They're making that, I think, in October. It's going to be fantastic. The thing is, they're privately owned, but they always have been. And that's what people are missing. And you guys are 100% correct. Like, yes, EA is now privately owned, but yeah, there's still $20 billion to make up from the private purchase of
You guys
that.
think I'm talking about a couple million? It's not the
This
same
isn't Arizona
number.
tea over here.
I think though they've got enough. The people that just acquired this, they've got enough money. They don't care. They care about the cash flow in. I don't think they care about the debt. I mean,
No, because they don't have it. That's on the company. They don't have it.
Exactly. They're gonna drain EA dry.
Yeah,
and they don't care at all.
They're gonna Gordon Gecko. They're gonna Gordon Gecko EA.
Yeah,
100%.
This is like vultures harvesting organs. that's what we're watching now. Like, there are still foolish people. I mean, maybe myself was one of them before I looked into it further, where I was like, hey, we might get Titanfall 3. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. EA is being shredded for parts.
Yeah. We'll get a Titanfall sticker on a helmet in Madden
1047.
29.
In Madden, you're gonna get
Splitgate 3 with a Titanfall sticker on the helmet that you can pay $80 for through the portal.
It's when you look at the numbers, though, it is crazy. Like a lot of us, I know all of us play typically more like actiony games or fantasy games or whatever. Like I don't think any of us are super into sports games, but to that industry, every once in a while, I'm reminded of how much fucking money is in sports video games, and it is shocking to me. And then I'm like, oh right, that's right. Nobody gives a fuck about my genre of games. That's why I'm not getting the games I want, because they don't make a literal $1 billion a year.
Well, perfect point here is like the time strategy, like Zero Bad Company or Zero Company that's coming out, the Star Wars game, but it's from EA.
Zero Company,
right?
and also looks terrible.
Right. Well, people like that genre, but that genre is very, very small. And then the people that would buy it and play the game are like, well, it's made by EA. I'm one of them. I'm like, no, I'm not interested anymore, because what are they going to do once the game comes out? They're going to have to put monetization in that game afterwards. So it's like a Trojan horse. They're like, here's the game for, I think it's $60, right? So it's not a full price game, but
it is.
It is. Right?
It's a turn-based game, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a turn-based game. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
it's like Gears Tactics, but with
XCOM.
a Star Wars skin.
Yeah.
And people, it might make 3 million copies like in its lifetime. Okay. Madden will do that in 30 seconds from ultimate packs. You know what I'm saying? So they don't give two shits about stuff like that. And the people that do like games like that are going to get screwed over anyway, because now that EA is private, they have to put microtransactions in every single aspect of every single game they have, because it's like Sarge said, it's not $22 million. It's $22 billion. That's a lot of cash they have to get back. And they're obviously they want to make it back sooner rather than later.
Even under normal conditions, a debt's usually repaid over 5 to 7 years. You're not even close.
Well, even if they sell, go ahead.
No, please.
Even if they sell off these companies and the games that they have, like the smaller ones under EA, then whoever buys those companies is going to be in the same boat because they're going to have a debt they're going to have to pick up now too, on a smaller scale, of course. But, so no matter what, the dominoes are going to keep falling, and they eventually fall on the player.
Yeah. At $22 billion is a lot of players.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Remember, Microsoft paid $80 billion, or sorry, $70 billion for Activision. They still have to make a lot of money back from that thing.
Nobody's talking about them. We should be talking about them at some point. No one's talking nothing about it.
Well, we are going to talk about them. We're going to talk about them right now because Asha Sharma has played Elder Scrolls 6.
Bullshit.
Okay?
Bullshit.
She saw a cutscene.
She saw a 30-second vertical slice of someone walking past a village. That's all. Some sunshine coming through between the tree branches on lens flare. That's it. That's what she saw.
Well,
I'll white knight for Asha.
Okay, hold on. Before you white knight, right? It says
she's not watching this, bro. Settle down.
Are you sure about that?
Elder Scrolls 6, she says she's totally seen it, right? It looks fantastic. How does anyone know that she's seen it, right? The source, Sharma, basically saying, "Trust me, bro." Okay, is corroborated by the other company that's owned by Microsoft saying, but there's a game studio said on social media, you can't, if you can't trust them, you can't, who can you trust then? Well, I don't know. How about you just take a screenshot of maybe a 30-second video or something of just putting it up there, even if it's like from a far distance and Asha's looking over Todd's shoulder of looking over the screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, show something. All Asha's been doing this entire time is trust me, bro. We're changing it. We're doing this. We're doing this. We hear you. Actions are louder than words, and all right now we have is words from her. And I know a bunch of people love Asha in chat, right?
Well, the action is
I wouldn't even say that she's only got words. I think that the only move that she's made was to lower the price of Game Pass after they just went in dry and jumped from $20 to $30. But then she went, you know what, guys, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. $20 to $30 is crazy. We're going to bring it back down to $24. So it is still more expensive. But I am good cop over here. Like, look at me. Like, I'm lowering the prices, guys.
I tried to lower it more, but I couldn't get you anymore. I only got you.
I talked to it's like a used car. I talked to the boss in the back. He just, he's not going to go for it. I don't know what to tell you. I can't.
Sorry, go ahead, King. Go ahead, King.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know where I stand on this panel because I don't know what any of you guys' thoughts on this is. I was cheering when I saw that Asha was trimming the fat, where these smaller studios that make vanity art projects that make no money, when they were either getting sold off, given away for free, shut down, whatever, so that they could pay more attention to the stuff that the players actually want. I was cheering. And I understand, layoffs are so terrible, and oh my goodness. But like, if you want a company to totally transform itself, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but that's where it always starts. So whenever she's like, "Oh, I'm going to lay off a bunch of Bethesda people," I'm like, "Good." Right. They were sitting in their break room playing trivia every day, raking in money from Fallout 76. It's about time somebody kicked them in the pants and said, "Hey, you guys promised Elder Scrolls 6 like 8 years ago. You should probably get on that."
Never mind, get on it. Something should be done.
Yeah.
One of those two games should be done. Either a Fallout game or Elder Scrolls should be done. It's been 8 years. What should have been done? What are we waiting for?
Yeah. We
only
real quick. I was gonna say we didn't cheer me and Sarge, right? But because we knew that's what should have happened years ago. So it's like you don't get an applause from us for doing what you were supposed to do for your job, right?
Well, she was a
And they were-
CEO years ago.
No, I understand that, but coming in my house and just moving the couch was in front of the front door, and she comes and goes, "Hey, why is that blocking the door?" And she just moves to the side, and everyone's like, "Woo! Did you see that? She moved the couch." It's like, why was it fucking there anyway? 14 layers of management, 14 layers.
That's a
no
joke, by the
chief
way.
financial officer. Well, like, what the fuck
Right.
are we talking about?
Right. You can't. The absence of actual leadership is the most concerning, because you have a bunch of people just collecting checks and there's nobody driving the ship at all. There's everyone just wandering around because you have live service games just pulling in money. So once again, if I don't have motivation to do something, I don't do something. It's very simple. You make the game, you sell the game. If it does well, we get to keep going. If it doesn't, you're fired. Now I make a live service game and it's just harvesting $1 billion every 3 months. Do I have to worry about making a new game?
Nope,
No.
no viable
I just have
product.
to worry about giving more content to that thing that I'm getting $1 billion every 3 months. So where's the creativity? Where's the innovation? You don't need any. I don't need any.
I just want to imagine Asha at Bethesda with that giant blown up rat, and there's an employee, the one who did it, is just kind of sitting there quietly. They just feel Asha's hand clap on the shoulder, and they look over. She said, "So I heard you did this." Your career's gone, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, have a good day.
You're sitting at your desk and you just check a text on your phone. Asha walks over. Oh yeah, see, that's the kind of culture. I'm sorry, that's what Xbox needs. That's what they need. They've been
100%.
putting out too much stuff that nobody wants. Oh, where'd all our money go? You've been trying to puff Game Pass up with games that nobody would buy because they're boring or they're tech demos or whatever, or they're too short. And and then you raise the price so high that not even that's worth it. So, go Asha. She might be prepping the whole thing for a big sale. I don't know, but either way, Xbox needed that.
Yeah, they need a direction. But Xbox is funny. With the news just came out with Microsoft, it's another like EA situation where Xbox is the BioWare to Microsoft's EA. Like Microsoft server side shit, like a lot of people don't know, like their Azure product and all of their server, they make, I think last year they made like $50 billion or something like that. So, and Xbox lost $1 billion or something. And so that's a huge number. Like, oh my God, Xbox lost so much money. But then you look at Microsoft's profits as a whole, and like I said, they are looking at the Xbox division the same way EA is looking at BioWare. Just like,
yeah.
Oh, you're in the room still? We don't, how much? Yeah, here's your $5. I don't give a shit. And whatever. But
This guy.
you
Well,
lost.
that's
The
BioWare,
same way
you know?
Xbox looked at like Ninja Theory, like with their
Right.
Senua games. It's Xbox is that for Microsoft. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But I mean, it is correct. They've been leaderless for a long time. Like they just don't know. They haven't. They're like the DC universe. Like they've rebooted 3 times with different leadership. They're not sure what direction they want to take. They keep trying new stuff. They keep throwing things at the wall to see what sticks.
But nobody read a comic. Nobody read a comic. If somebody would have read a DC comic, they could make something. You can't physically tell me that they've read one comic.
It's a sore spot for Sarge.
And they never will.
I didn't know that it was gonna. I didn't know it was gonna do that.
No. The new direction of the DC universe
why
is
we have Sarge here.
perfect. And if you say anything different, you're a grifter. Shut up.
Hey, you guys ready for lanterns?
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm not
I'm
watching
No,
watching
Greg,
Lanterns.
it's you are not. You did nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. Listen, I want to let you guys know one thing in particular because I am the old guy in the room. I say this often, but you 3 guys have been the voices in my head now for the last few years, and I'm glad you guys are doing the content that you're doing because I can't phrase it in a way that doesn't offend many people to say what you guys say in your long form videos. I appreciate everything you guys have done. Honestly, you guys are doing great work.
Well, thank you.
So you're gonna watch Clayface?
No.
Can I drink? Am I allowed to drink before I go? If I'm allowed to drink before I go, then yeah.
Are you gonna watch Doomsday? I hear great things. Wink.
Yeah, I'll watch
Yeah.
it right after I get done with my 50th watch through of Creature Commandos. Don't worry.
Oh,
I'll be sure to do that.
You don't want to watch the Amanda Waller show?
Dude,
Asshole.
the trailer for Lanterns looked better to me before it revealed it was for Green Lantern.
Oh, right. It went,
Like I was like, oh, what is this new show? This looks kind of oh, it's Green Lanterns.
That's
that's how they're doing the Green Lanterns.
That's how I felt about Miss Marvel when it came out. When the girl, I forget the actress.
Iman Vellani.
Yeah, when that show, if you take out the Marvel of that show, that is like a coming of age story. Like, and it's actually a good show, but because it's part of Marvel, it's a shitty show because it's like, what are you doing? You're like, it would have been just a great story if it was her and her family and just being her. Instead, it's sort of like Wonder Man, right? It's like it's a comic book show, but not really. You know what I mean? It's just like
Wonder Man was okay if you don't pay attention to anything else in the canon.
Right.
Wonder Man
is okay if you don't care about anything.
If somebody were to do like a fan edit and take the 8 episodes of Wonder Man down to about 3, I think it would. You got something there. You got 3 or 4 episodes worth of content.
Yeah, I just can't do it, guys. I'm sorry. I watched the Doomsday trailer and I was reminded about how much Marvel stuff I've skipped. And I was like, I'm not going to catch up for this. I'm just not.
No.
The Captain Falcon America movie was the last straw for me. I saw Thor: Love and Thunder, and then I saw that.
Pretty far along, if that's the last straw.
Well, I already skipped some things by that point. I quit Moon Knight. I quit Daredevil: Born Again. Didn't bother with Miss Marvel. Never watched Iron. I mean, there's just so many things that I was like, I can't do this. And then I go see Spider-Man: Brand New Day, and I was like, this was enjoyable entertainment. I was like, yeah, it's fine.
Did you watch it? You saw it?
Yeah. I gave it I gave it like a 7.5, something like that. I gave the Odyssey a 6. That says anything.
Yeah,
Sarge, did you see it yet?
5.
I'm probably gonna see it this coming weekend.
Okay, Sarge hasn't seen it, so I don't want to spoil it for him. But I loved the story of Spider-Man and Peter. I did not like the overall story of the movie. Like,
you don't. Oh wait, I can't spoil. All right.
Yeah.
I was about to go off.
if you guys think I'm going to be worried about you spoiling a superhero movie at this point, I'm good.
Okay, how about this so that everyone knows what I'm talking about, and hopefully, Sarge, you don't. This is a redemption tale that does not check. It does not like. There's. I'm holding my tongue as best I can.
Go ahead.
I left the theater and was like, they should have put that villain down like the dog they are,
right?
Like that there is no like, oh, it's okay. No.
I have a video dropping tomorrow about that.
Do you do? Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
We've had Spider-Man villains in the past who were not as bad as this one die at the end of their movie, and it felt like closure. This one should have been next, but because of the name that they have, the comic that they come from, that's the only reason why they didn't get a bullet to the brain in the third act of the movie.
This is why I don't like the overall story, but I like Peter's story, and I like Spider-Man's like story. His story was great, but the overall story, I was like, what the? I don't like this at all.
I thought it felt like a bit of played a little too much like a retread of Spider-Man 2, Tobey's Spider-Man 2 to me in some ways. Like
a little bit.
One of the subplots. But like I left the theater feeling satisfied with my money.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I was like, I'm good. You know, that wasn't spectacular.
I would take more of that.
Sure.
Right? I would take more of that. Those types of movies where you bring in a cameo of the Punisher, the Hulk, and bring them in, and they do something together. Great, like a comic.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want this overtelling story of I got to watch 15 things, 17 Disney Plus shows just to know what's going on.
Oh, I counted with the Captain whatever. Dude, what is that movie called?
Brave New World.
Brave New World. Gosh, I counted. It was like 8 different properties you had to watch just to understand what's happening in that movie, and oh my goodness! But then Spider-Man: Brand New Day, it actually I thought did a good job of bringing in other outside characters real quick and kind of, except for one. There was one that felt really forced. But like Hulk, I felt like that was natural and totally fine.
Yep.
Punisher, I think there's a little bit of character assassination there from the Daredevil show, but not enough for me to be upset about it. I would gladly take more of that. It felt like I was playing that PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game or watching the 90s Spider-Man animated show on Fox. Where you would just randomly in an episode, like, oh yeah, here's Storm from the X-Men,
just comes in.
It felt like that again, and I was like, okay, this is fine.
Doomsday is going to be ridiculous because it's going to be every person that shows up on screen, they only get 2.5 minutes of screen time because there's so many characters in the movie. They can't stay longer because if they do, They're going to ruin the other person's time.
They'd have
be
to
on
pay
screen.
them.
They're gonna have to just walk onto the screen and be like, "Hello, my name is Gambit. I am here. What is your name? I'm a barbarian from the north, and I am angry because my parents were killed by the BBEG, and that is why I am here." So,
This is like they're doing another "Let's Get the Whole Band Together" movie, and I'm like, y'all don't have to. Like, you could do an Avengers movie and not include about 3/4 of all the characters you have floating around right now, and it would be okay.
First 6 minutes, 10 characters have to die.
They're gonna die.
oh yeah, they're gonna kill a ton of them off.
They think it's gonna be that's the selling point is to kill off a bunch of heroes that people like. That's gonna be the best thing that they get for it. Yeah.
That made me like Thunderbolts right away. They killed Taskmaster, and I was like, hey, yes, good job, good job. You didn't know what to do with that character, and you admitted that you shot her in the face because you didn't know what to do. And I appreciate that apology. Thank you very much.
But for Doomsday, yeah, there's no hype for me. Like, I just don't care. I'm past.
What's the build up? What's the build up? There's no build up.
Kevin Feige says there was no build up to Thanos either, so stop making up stuff.
That was a terrible thing for him to say because
what are you talking about?
The better answer would have been Ultron. If he said Ultron, you would have been like, you know what, you're right. There was no build up to Ultron, except that movie sucked. So it still would have been a bad
That's the
answer.
reason I hated that movie, because there was no build up to Ultron.
Kevin Feige also said that Brie Larson was going to be the face of the entire franchise. So
That's true.
I don't take Kevin's word really with the whole. I had to take a whole mountain of salt with his word.
Come on, Greg. Who can you trust? If you can't trust the guy that's running the company,
Can't trust Kevin.
She was the face of the franchise for about 1.5 2 years there. Not for the reason they wanted, but she was.
Right.
How
If
do
they
you
hadn't
not
made her so unlikable, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
How do you not make a Blade film? It's the easiest
Because you're
script in
trying
the
to make
world.
it about social justice or some nonsense, and then they keep. It's been funny to watch a lot of projects that you can tell were started in the worst way by the worst people, and then as folks that control the money saw the signs that, oh, this is not selling. Oh my God, no, this is actually like Batgirl. We can't let this. It'll be worse for our company to even release it and lose money. The PR will be worse. And so you can actually watch them like Blade in real time just go, yeah, no, we're just stop. Just don't even try to. We can't even salvage what we started here, because this was going to be the most SJW superhero story on the planet, and we can't even release it. It would just do more harm than good. Doesn't matter how much money we make or lose.
I heard they sold their costumes to the set of Sinners. And, that conversation had to have started somewhere. I imagine they were probably similar movies.
The crazy part to me is they're going to make a Shang-Chi 2 before they make a Blade.
Please.
I liked Shang-Chi. I think I'm in the minority, but I really enjoyed that movie.
I didn't mind it, but I hate Simu Liu. Simu Liu is an asshole.
Yeah.
He is a grade A asshole. Ruins any desire for me to see anything else from him ever again. I see him and I'm like, I hate your stupid face.
Literally take Shang-Chi out of his movie, and it's a better movie.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
With his
It
father.
should just be Shang-Chi 2, starring Marvel's Katie.
Win Wu was better.
Yes.
Overall, better acting, better story, better everything. Like
Wenwu was wasted. He was excellent.
I grew up on watching martial arts movies, and so I was super into the whole vibe. And then the third act turned into your typical CG monster fight. But I love Eastern mythology stuff. So the fact that I got to watch two like big thin dragons duke it out, I was like, okay. And I get to see these little imps like ripping souls out of people. That's kind of cool. But Shang-Chi himself, nah. Remove him from the movie, and I don't care. It affects nothing positively.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I'm with you. I like the movie, but it's not. It doesn't add to the franchise as a whole. Like that could have been a Disney Plus movie, and that would be fine. And I don't need to see a sequel either. Like the first one was good, and I'm happy with that. But it didn't leave me thinking, "Fuck yeah, I got to see the next. I got to see where this goes."
When will he return?
Yeah,
good
is
for
he
what
the
it was.
leader? Is he the leader of the would you watch him if he was the next Iron Man character? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Who?
I don't think you would.
I don't know
Who's
about
that?
I don't think Simu has the. He's not a bad actor. I just don't think that he's got the charisma to lead a team. I mean, that was
Nobody
the biggest
likes
problem
Simu
with
Liu.
having Anthony Mackie try to be like their new leader. He's not a bad actor. I like Anthony Mackie. I think he's a cool guy. He just is not. He's not your A-lister. He's not a team leader. He doesn't have the charisma to carry an entire franchise the way that like RDJ did. Nothing against him. It's just that's not the role that he needs to play, and that's just fine. Don't set him up to fail like that.
I bet he was salivating at the thought of getting to lecture senators at the end of his show, though.
Oh,
You got to do better, Senator.
You got to do better. I was like, I looked at my wife. This was like back when Marvel was kind of first putting out their stuff. Like we watched Loki, we watched WandaVision. I liked both of those, and then that show came out, and I looked over at my wife. I was like, we are getting preached at right now. This sucks. This is horrible. Anyway,
You got to do better, Senator.
Me and Wolverine here, we used to do a podcast together over, and we used to talk about all the Disney Plus shows. We talked about WandaVision and Winter Soldier and like all that stuff. And we were just, as we were doing it, both of us just got more jaded as the shows came out. We're like, what the fuck are we doing? We're just gonna stop because we were just not enjoying it. We were just not enjoying the stuff they were making.
No, I remember. Well, and you're right. Like it's. I remember when in Secret War was coming up, and I saw a YouTube video from Screen Crush. I think is the channel. That's like a big, like they do recaps.
Yeah.
And it was like what you need to know in order to go into this show, Secret Wars. And it was a 25-minute long video of just like in Captain Marvel, this happened, and then over here this happened with Nick Fury, and then over like 25 full fucking minutes of auctioneer talking to get you the information shoved into your brain that you need to know to understand what the fuck is going on in this random Disney Plus show. And I thought, oh yeah, no, you need to hit the reset button. This is crazy.
Yeah. What do you guys think about what San Diego Comic-Con with Ryan Gosling came out as Ghost Rider? You guys like it? Don't like it? What do you think?
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, right. Right. I saw that.
That's the level we're at.
All right.
Yeah,
Just want to know where the temperature was. Okay.
Insert Marvel character here is being played by this recognizable celebrity here. Okay, it feels the same way as watching Harry Styles walk out at the end of Eternals. Just like, okay, it's just another celebrity getting to try to cash in on Marvel. I like Ghost Rider. I love Ghost Rider, but like Ryan Gosling, whatever. When the movie comes out, I'll think about watching it, but whatever.
That's what they really want. They want you to think about watching it. No one actually going to watch.
I will watch a trailer of it. How about that? They'll get that YouTube ad revenue out of me, and then there I'll make up my mind.
I can't be let down because I don't know what Ghost Rider like should be. The most I've got is the Nicolas Cage stuff for reference, so it's not like he's gonna ruin the image that I have of Ghost Rider because I don't have one. When I think of that character, though, I don't think of Ryan Gosling. I think they're going to try to ham it up. They're going to try to MCU it up, and I think the audience is moving past that. They're getting real tired of MCU humor and that whole vibe.
Apparently, he wrote the whole thing and he pitched it to Feige and was like, and then obviously he's starring in it. So because apparently Feige didn't know what to do with Ghost Rider.
Well, maybe there was a 5-picture deal going on. He was part of it, and he did his run, and now he had to do a favor, right? And so now the favor was he gets to write his own movie. And go, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it seems like.
So now what happens?
He's been in all these hits recently. You know what I'm saying? It's like
but now what happens is he's going to be in Marvel, and he's also going to be in Star Wars, back to back.
That's if they release it. If they release it.
Okay, so I don't have a problem with Ryan Gosling as an individual.
Either do I.
It's the same issue I had with the Odyssey. Whenever you take something that's supposed to be detached from our world and you keep plugging in more and more recognizable celebrities into it because they can't get work doing anything else because their art movies don't make money, it removes any of the escapism for me. Agreed. And like when I watched the Odyssey, I wasn't watching a thousands-year-old tale of fantasy.
You're watching Spider-Man, The Punisher.
I was watching Matt Damon play Matt Damon, and every actor under the sun who probably all fought in a battle royale pit to make sure they got a role in this movie, and then murdered their agents if they didn't. And that's it. And I feel the same way about where the MCU has gone, especially as it's like progressed further and further. Now, Mahershala Ali, I thought would have been a wonderful pick for Blade. But then, like Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic. I'm watching Pedro Pascal, man. Like it's.
I had a problem with Lee because he was the villain in Daredevil, right? You know what I mean? It's like I don't like. But I don't like.
No, it wasn't Daredevil. It was Luke Cage.
It was Luke Cage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he was already a person in the Marvel universe, right? It's almost like what Robert Downey Jr. is doing right now, where he was Iron Man and now he's Doctor Doom. You know what I mean? Type of thing. It's like you're taking the same character, and you can say the same with Chris Evans, but it was a completely different Marvel where he was, Johnny Storm. That wasn't Disney. Right. That was a completely separate entity at that point, and then he became a better Captain America. But I hate when they take the same characters and like branch them over and start using them so much. Pedro's in Star Wars, Pedro's in Marvel. Gosling's in Star Wars, Gosling's in Marvel, and they just keep doing this over and over and over. And like you said, it breaks that immersion, because if they are an awesome character in one of those things, when you see that actor, that's who you see. It pulls you out of the immersion when you watch it.
Well, Spider-Man Brand New Day showed me that I can leave a new age Marvel movie feeling entertained enough. So if that's possible with Ghost Rider, then okay, bring it on, I guess. But as far as my reaction to the announcement, just I'll see the trailer. We'll see the trailer. That's it.
Wizard's pretty quiet. He's plotting something.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Chad has pointed out that there has been too much blackpilling, so I will remain quiet. Especially when it comes to Marvel.
If it's one thing, Wizard, you can read chat, but do what you want. This is my show. This is not their show. They're watching, and they get to type because they're angry or they're happy because we're being entertaining. So it's okay. Let us blackpill them.
Let the hate flow through you.
Yes. Do it. That's why I have that emote in my channel where I have "do it," right? Because I'm the emperor and it's my way.
Yeah. They make an announcement for Ryan Gosling. It's like, okay, just like you made an announcement for Mahershala Ali's Blade.
Yeah.
Means nothing.
They put him on stage. I mean, I'm not even excited for Black Panther 3. They did at least listen and go, oh, well, it didn't sell well for Black. Well, it sold well. Don't get me wrong. It made almost $1 billion or over $1 billion, didn't it? Black Panther 2, but they're now bringing his child as the main Black Panther going into 3.
No, I think that was just under 800 million.
Yeah, okay. So
I believe they declared that one profitable, but like it made $10 or something. It did not do well. That was kind of that was one that I think, if I'm trying to remember, maybe that one didn't make money, because that might have been one of the first movies, because for a while MCU movies, even the bad ones, made money. But that and Ant-Man 3 were two of the first. That was the real kind of tipping point where the audience just finally gave up and said, okay, we're done.
Love and Blunder, was the straw for me.
Love and Thunder, dude. Oh, wow. That I don't know which one was worse, Wonder Woman 84 or Thor Love and Thunder, but I do know that those are the two worst movies. Those are the two worst movies I've seen in the theater before.
I mean, I don't know. Wonder Woman raping a man was pretty.
That's empowerment. Stop being
Max Lord. I need you to give me the stone.
You are in grave danger.
You're in grave danger.
when a moment is so bad, you recognize it in the theater, and you don't even need to be reminded of it later on social media. Like me and my friend looked at each other during that line, like
horrible.
Ugh,
absolutely horrible. All right, it's the time of the show where chat gets to ask some questions. So as we sit here, they're going to put a queue in front of them. They're going to ask questions for us. While we're waiting for questions to come in, I want to show you guys this thing right here, which is a gentleman has. I don't know if you guys can. Let me see. Can you guys hear this? No. Can you hear the sound?
Nope.
No. What the hell is that?
So a guy created where he's taking the games that he owns from GOG and whatnot. I don't know how this is going to work for him, but where is it?
Is he making his life more complicated for the sake of gaming?
Wait, did he convert digital to physical or what?
Yeah, he's taken the digital and made them physical, and he sells them at conventions.
Making digital games into physical games last year, and thanks to Sony, it's giving me a nice boost this last month.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you do that? Do you have to homebrew anything or?
No, it's all just on Windows right now. I'm hoping to expand into Mac and Linux in the coming months-ish or so, but it's basically just running simple batch scripts and PowerShell scripts.
So which consoles can you, all of them or just?
Well, just PC. It's like I buy a game on GOG, download the offline installer, put them in a folder, set up an auto run.
I don't know if he's.
Oh, that's so illegal.
They're gonna take his house from him.
Hold on a second. I don't know if he's buying it.
Very illegal.
Well, hold on a second. I don't know if he's buying it and then selling that copy, or if he's making copies of the thing, right?
Well, GOG has no DRM, so I don't. There's no reason why you couldn't. I wouldn't think.
Yeah, because look, he's got 2 copies of Tomb Raider right here.
This right here, getting more publicity is going to be what leads to more DRM.
Yeah, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah, do it for
this
yourself.
Guy's an asshole.
Do it for yourself. Like you're bragging about pirating, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you're selling pirated shit.
Right. Look at this. He makes mini cartridges.
Even old mechanical hard drives.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I do it without paying any licensing fees.
Right. He's printing out the covers and everything.
Oh.
If you made videos about how to do this, that would be fine to say, hey guys, if you own a copy of this, I will show you how to turn your digital copy into a physical copy and then you keep it, whatever. But no, you can't sell other people's shit without license.
Dude, this is incredibly bad.
Did
this is so bad.
I already forgot. Did he name?
Boy. This is not going to work for this guy.
Did he name drop GOG? I forgot.
He did.
Yeah,
he said he got him he got it from GOG.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Good.
Thanks.
and he tells it what he's doing, like here, right? To how he does it.
He came to the party and then started selling beer to the neighborhood kids next door.
Well, what's funny to me is if he was just at a convention and nobody said anything, it's not right. But he would be under the radar. But he let someone record this, and now let me see what this guy's got for views.
Oh yeah, the guy who recorded it's an idiot too.
But he's been seen 234,000 times, right? So now cat's out of the bag, right? So I saw this because I laugh. I'm like, this is not legal. I said, because I used to work in the film industry, and when we used to film people out in the streets, anybody that was in the streets, we had to run down and be like, hey, can you sign this? And if they didn't sign it, then we would have to mark it and then blur them out because they're not allowed to be on the screen. But then YouTube happened. And then everyone just walks down the street and they just film anybody and everybody. There's no blanket, to sign anything. And they just post it. So there's people that have been caught on YouTube that have been walking the streets or in like the witness protection program, and they've seen them on a video, and then they got caught and found, and people like hunt them down. It's crazy to me that people let certain things get through. Like, this is 100% illegal. Cool from a gamer standpoint, like, rock on, man, you're fighting the man, but it's like, bro, this is 100% illegal of what you're doing.
Yeah, what a
and
moron.
now everybody on the internet knows. So it's just,
do we know what this guy's name is?
The channel?
Tim Cook. Find him.
The channel's name is King Bots, KEEGBOTS.
That's just an issue with the internet in general, that they all want to make content so badly that they don't stop and think about what they're posting, what they're filming, this guy, clearly autistic, he is just like, absolutely, I'll tell you all about my pirate factory right here. No problem. I'm so excited you asked me the question. I'm just going to tell everything. Yeah. Don't rob a bank with this man ever. Yeah. He is going to,
Right. Blurred out face and voice changer is what he needed.
Yeah, the views are more important than potentially the ability of downloading games off of GOG. It's more important than having DRM-free digital games. Yeah, everything's more important. Or everything's less important than whoever posted that video getting their views. Kick rocks, dude.
All right, we're gonna get to the Q&A portion of the show here. So let me cue that up. All right. First question that we got going on here. Let's see what we got. Oh, I missed this earlier. Thank you very much for the 1,000 jewels for the GOAT trophy. And then also, thank you for the crew is here. Praise episode 500. Thank you much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. First question that we got is Dupless the Ghost says, Kingerd, can you shave your beard into a wig for me? What do you use?
Can I shave my beard into a wig? It would really itch. You don't want me to do that, I promise. And what do I use for what?
I guess.
What's your
kind of product? I guess I have no idea.
Drop the beard oil routine, sis.
Yeah, your
They're
beard.
gonna have to sponsor me. No, I go back and forth, just whatever feels better. If I don't like,
I use my
anymore, I move
hand
another one.
and I just comb it. Is what I do. Yeah.
The honest answer is I usually just wash it when I shower, and then I pat it down and get it.
With your hand.
If there's some stragglers that I can't get rid of, I'll get rid of the little stragglers, and then about every couple of weeks every couple of days I'll trim up the neckline and cheek line and go on about my day.
That's way more than I do. That's way more than I do.
That's spread out across the span of like a week. So
I don't know. You're passing up a business opportunity. I mean, there's girls selling their underwear or feet pics. You could be selling your beard. What was her face? Sold bath water or some crap.
Oh, that's right.
Bath
she got sued by her local water provider for that because it's a breach of terms of service to resale their water.
Get the hell out of here.
This was years ago, but yeah, she got a cease and desist.
If she got sued, that dude making disc is definitely getting sued.
No, he's done. He's done. Just pack it up. You're going to jail.
Yeah, that's prison time.
Krebsy says, "Why does Cortana look like Aztecross?"
Is that the meme I've seen? I don't even know who Aztecross is, but I've seen people compare the faces.
She looks like Aztecross. That is completely correct.
Oh no!
Either he looks really hot or she looks. All
I did was look up Aztecross Cortana, and there it is. There's every comparison.
It's just so ridiculous.
There's a mod on Nexus that restores her to an earlier build, and she's actually good looking. Yeah.
She's actually good looking. I love it.
I mean, if we're gonna make it look ridiculous anyway, why don't you just make her look like Kate Beckinsale from Underworld? How about that? Is that better? Would that be a better Cortana? I think that would be a better Cortana.
Anything better than
you're on
TV
something
show
right there.
Right. Put Kate Beckinsale's face from Underworld onto Cortana. Close it up. We're done. Move on to the next.
In the age of AI, it can be done. I'm sure.
Jesse Mack says, with Black Panther 3 in 2028 and started with X-Men movie in phase 0 will make MCU great again. What do you guys think about it? I'm afraid they're going to ruin X-Men right off the bat. I mean,
it's already over.
If you've seen Spider-Man, you're pretty disappointed already with what they've done with one of the characters from the X-Men. So
yeah.
I mean, I just think it's played out. Isn't it played out by now? I mean, we love superheroes, but I think they've milked this for all it's worth, haven't they?
I don't think it's played out. I think they could do something, but unfortunately, they're doing the wrong things.
If they started over, it would be fine. Like if they, brand new X-Men and new universe, whatever, then that would be fine. But they will not be able to help themselves from bringing in 18 other characters. Hawkeye is going to show up for some random reason. You're going to have one of the Eternals pop in for no reason. Like, they won't be able to help themselves. If they just started over and they just, all we're doing is X-Men and we're going to start from the ground up again, yes, it could be back. But they won't. They can't do it.
Especially now that they've seen, hey, wait a minute, our movies can be record breakers with Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like, number one opening weekend domestically?
Yeah, but Sony made that, right? Yeah.
Still, MCU comic Marvel characters.
Sure.
So what I predict they're going to do is they're probably going to tighten the reins on how many projects they have at one time, but they're going to try to cram more references into the ones that do come out. Because Spider-Man Brand New Day had at least four different branches of the MCU all appear or like have a character show up or something. I think we're going to see more of that going forward.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me anyway.
Can you want to add anything to it? Or Wizard, do you want to add anything to it?
I think. Well, I'm trying not to spoil anything that's out there.
Don't
but,
worry about spoiling anything for me. You say whatever you want.
Yeah, it's done. If it's over.
That's it. That's
Say
the spoiler.
No,
that's it.
so-
That's the spoiler.
Say what you want.
So if we look at the X-Men already,
I'm picturing Wizard just like he's now he's got the go ahead. He's like, okay, all right.
Like, all right, crack the knuckles, ready to go.
If you think you're gonna ruin a superhero movie for me after all this time, I don't care anymore. I just go in, I have a couple scotches, let's show me some fun, and we'll move on. Don't have to worry about the plot points for superhero movies anymore. They can't write a story, so we're good.
so if we look at X-Men, people think like, or at least Disney is positioning that they're like, oh, well, X-Men has got to be the next big thing. It's going to beat the Avengers. That's just not true. With like X-Men being unbreakable or unshakable, X-Men has been in a really terrible position with normies for the last 20 years. None of the X-Men movies have been very good. Maybe X2 was good. X1 certainly got people's attention, but most of the X-Men movies have been trash garbage.
Got one that they went back to.
Trash garbage. To the point where you had X-Men Apocalypse didn't underperformed, and then you had Dark Phoenix completely bomb. So the last two standalone X-Men movies were underperformers. And they're starting this. They're saying that this one is going to be based on the all of the X-Men come from morally gray beginnings, and this is a morally gray X-Men. Well, that means they're just going to be evil sacks of shit. That's what that means. That's
If the last movie is any indication, yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So everybody's morally gray, and what that really means is there are no more heroes. There are no more villains. I got a video dropping tomorrow on it. I've been working on it for a few days. Every time I go to shoot this video, something is wrong, and it's funny because I'm talking about that like there is evil in the world, and anybody who's telling you there is no good or evil is the one capable of doing the most evil. Like that's just the way it is. So the fact you got all these Hollywood assholes who are like, oh yeah, there's no such thing as good and evil. We're all morally gray for real. No, we're not. No, that's not true.
No. Well, and their version of it is terrible because they'll have someone that is just patently evil, but then they'll say, but when they were in third grade, somebody
was mean
stole
to
their
them.
lunch. And so it's really, I mean, it's
now
pretty
all
even,
these civilians
you know,
pay.
the genocide and the lunch stealing. I mean, really, you can see this is a gray area here. So.
It's perfectly acceptable for you to feel wronged and take your anger out on someone who doesn't deserve it. That's what I learned from Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah.
All right, next question. We've got Krebsy says we have entered the waterfall period of the year where new games launch basically daily. What's everyone interested if in anything?
Tell that to November or is it September.
We'll Greg, what are you interested in? Anything coming up that you're interested in?
No Rest for the Wicked coming out in October. Super excited. This coming week, Jonathan Blow is going to announce, I believe, the date of the Order of the Sinking Star, which I'm very, very excited about. And then, Phantom Blade Zero just got a pre-order trailer or whatever with a date on it too. So those three I'm pretty pumped about.
Okay. Wizard?
I don't know. What do we got? What do we got coming up?
You're excited for Gears E-Day, aren't you?
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. There's still certain things about it that I'm seeing that I'm like, I don't really care for that. But I enjoyed the Horde Siege mode. So let's see if they can grow that. That'll be good. No, there are other games. Godzilla is getting a remaster, and I'm here for that. Godzilla versus GTA 6.
Yeah, it comes out at the same time as GTA 6. Yeah.
Heck yeah,
that's,
dude.
That's balls right there, man. That's balls.
And if GTA moves, if it has to move its date again, that means it's running from Godzilla.
That means canonically Godzilla beat GTA.
Godzilla beat GTA.
I think I saw also a Barbie game coming out at the same time. So it'd be Godzilla and Barbie beats GTA if it moves.
Yeah, that's right. The Barbie game is coming out right around the same time.
I think it's the same time.
Come on, Barbie, let's go.
What are you looking forward to?
They didn't want to move it. Oh, you asking me?
No, Kingerd. What do you?
My first answer was unironically, I was going to say the one game I know of that's challenging GTA 6, Godzilla Melee, Godzilla
Yes!
All Monsters Melee. That was my game on the original Xbox. I had Halo Combat Evolved, Godzilla, and Jedi Academy, and I cycled between this before Xbox Live existed. I cycled between those 3 games, and I am unironically like very excited for playing Godzilla again. I went to go buy a physical version, and the closest one to me I could find, they're asking $100 for a physical version of that game.
That's normal. You get $100 digital.
Right, you're gonna get $100 digigital now.
The remaster is going to be like 30. I'll pay it. Bring it on. But yeah, that, and obviously War Dogs, and I'm still intrigued by Gears E-Day's campaign, even though I had bad luck on the first weekend beta online. I'm excited for a good Gears campaign, but I did not like Gears of War 4. I quit Gears of War 5, so it has been
Gears
since
5's garbage.
Yeah,
It's garbage.
I'm glad I gathered that before I had spent too much time on it. I quit around the snow, like not the snow level, the skiff level where it's kind of like semi-open world. I was like, this sucks. I don't care about this.
It's skiffed the whole time.
Oh, well, when you first do it, then that's when I bounced. I was like, I'm done with Gears 5.
You have to go back every time you go back. You go through that section where you're
and I even played Judgment Day. I played through that entire game, and I still was like, nah, dude, 4 and 5 suck. So I haven't loved a Gears campaign since Gears 3. What would that be? 2010, something like that. 2011. So 15 years. Give me that.
Half your life.
Yeah, half my life.
Yeah, half your life you've been waiting for Gears.
Half my life.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So, Sarge, what are you looking forward to?
I mean, I got pushed back. The Dawn of War 4 game I'm really interested in.
Oh yeah, it just got announced. It got pushed back to December. Yeah,
that one. I really want to get the Hell Let Loose Vietnam game. That's another one I'm looking at.
I'm on the fence about that myself.
I'm probably gonna get that one on PC though. I'm not gonna get it for console. I'm probably gonna get it for PC. I'm gonna start leaning more of my games towards PC now anyway. So
same. I'm looking forward to War Dogs because it gives me that feeling of what I had for it's nostalgia, but it's that 1942 feel that I hope I get the same type of feeling for that. If not, I'll return it because they told me to. They said, "Hey, Jay, try it out for $40."
I mean, I'll try out the beta for $30 or $40. I'll try it out. They're gonna offer you a refund anyway. So where's the foul?
So if I like it, I'll play that. And then I'm also looking forward to, which was supposed to come out in April, which was the He-Man side-scroller beat-em-up that's coming. They pushed that back. I think it comes out in September now. I don't know why they pushed it back, but I like those little beat-em-ups. I like the Marvel's Cosmic Invasion. I liked the
how badly did they fuck up a side scroller? They couldn't release it with the He-Man movie.
I don't know what happened with it, but yeah.
How badly can you fuck up a side scroller?
You vibe coded.
Well,
there's a lot of vibe coded games out there.
Did you see God of War Sons of Sparta? That was pretty shit.
I'll be honest.
Right up your alley.
Yeah. As soon as you said it, I totally forgot about that. I really forgot that they even made
pretty
it.
terrible.
Yeah.
Eric
Jones says.
I just looked it up. There's another game coming out. Actually, it just came out today. I played it during Next Fest called Dusk Fade. You guys were talking about older games.
Oh,
I just bought that.
Yeah, we were talking about it on Wizards
PS2
podcast a couple
games
weeks ago.
I do. I love PS2 games. Dusk Fade. Never heard of that.
It's like if you loved like Kingdom Hearts, any kind of like 3D slasher type. It plays smoothly. It's nostalgic. And I played the demo during Next Fest. It was fucking great. And I just looked it up. It released today.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna buy that.
Holy, what a yeah. That looks like something that I would walk into my brother's room and he'd be playing at any given moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say that in a good way. I say that in a good way.
Chat, we're not all doom and gloom.
Polished.
There's that game that people are excited about. Look, 3 of the panelists like the game. Mark it on your calendar.
Yeah,
chat.
I'm hoping to review that later this week because
wow,
I don't know if I would classify it as indie, although most people probably would, but it's definitely a small team made that.
Yeah,
good.
This appears to be what I'm talking about when I try to tell people that good graphics can still have art style to it without having good graphics doesn't mean it has to look like real life. Like this looks very clean, very smooth.
Yes,
and this has an art style to it.
It's very polished.
Yeah,
it looks good. It plays good. It was a blast.
Eric Jones says, how many years in prison will this game pirate get?
Pirating a video. Don't ask me how I know, but pirating video games, I believe, is up to 5 years per
5 years and
offense.
$500,000. Yeah,
No
for each
doubt.
instance.
Not
I
if you
learned that.
pirate it
I learned that from the
yourself.
FBI thing on the front of every one of my games from back in the day.
if you pirate something for yourself and don't sell it, you'll probably never get caught. But if you were to sell it, I believe it's up to 5 years per offense.
Yeah,
He's gonna get 5 years probation. This is what I'm thinking. 5 years probation. He's got to destroy his entire collection, and he'll be banned from ever downloading anything again from GOG.
Yeah.
I can't believe he name dropped GOG, dude. This
is somebody who doesn't care. You know who this is going to blow back on? It's going to blow back on the con vendor, the con promoter, whoever wrote the showrunner for hosting this person to then sell this shit.
Yeah.
You probably lied.
And it is their fault because you're supposed to vet who you bring to your show.
Yeah.
Clearly they didn't.
That's true. I mean, he's basically fencing at that point. I mean, like,
Yeah.
if he had a tray full of stolen diamonds, it would be it's basically the same thing. I mean,
it is. You saw some of those games on there? Diamonds.
Yeah, that's true.
Diamonds. He's got Indiana Jones and the whatever
That's
the
a heavy,
Bethesda
that's a heavy
game.
rain on there. Yeah,
That's right. That's a diamond.
Altern says, do you think Rockstar delayed GTA 6 because their Netflix deal to do a TV live action animated show? Oh, you're saying not to get more delayed. You're saying, do you think they delayed it to have something with Netflix when they do release it?
Nah,
no way. It would not. I don't think there's any project they could make that would be profitable enough to ever sway them from releasing GTA 6 when they want to.
Yeah, they don't need anybody.
Yeah, but I don't think it's Rockstar. Netflix paid the bag. You know what I'm saying? Rockstar's like, sure. How much do you want to pay us? And they're like, we're gonna make our money anyway. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Like Wizard said, maybe there's nothing, or maybe
yeah. 6 hours of exclusive advertising is very different from moving a release date. So I doubt there was any kind of external influence on that from Netflix for changing the release date.
Here's another question by Alternate. Says, do you think there's hope for Halo?
No.
Next question.
I've spent the last 2 weeks of my life speaking on this, and now all I have to say is no.
Greg, did you play Halo, the remake?
Nah.
Yeah. Right.
Nah, I got too much other crap going on, and everything about it looked bad. There was just no. It was like a question of why. Why would I buy? Why do I want this? I've got the Legendary Collection. If I want that, like, what do I need this for? And then I started learning more about it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, really, no, not no, but hell no. Now, so
you missed out the side missions with Sergeant Williams, Lieutenant Williams, whatever the fuck her name is.
You missed out on
that.
You missed getting to play with Steve Harvey. He talks directly to you in the game.
Yeah,
it's
Steve
really
Harvey from
cool.
Price is Right's in the game.
Hold on, let me pull Steam. I'm gonna buy this right now.
Let's not get too hasty.
we're all just fooling around here.
Just hit add to cart.
Calm down, Greg. We're just joking. Don't look at the game at all.
Cart.
Brain says, that snazzy shirt you're wearing, 30. Where can I get that? Thank you for the self-branding over here. Me and Sarge are wearing the GXG 500th episode shirt.
Boom.
You can go check that out over on our site over here, where you can get these snazzy shirts and hats and mugs. Go.
I like how the AI put in a guy with arm tats.
I like
the guy with arm tats. Make it more real. Make it more
they have a
real.
shirt for you over there. Look at that. It's right there.
I'm not that big.
I am. It's for me.
I stopped drinking. I stopped drinking years ago.
That's a fucking lie. That's an Xbox lie. That's an Xbox lie right there.
I have a drink. I do not drink for a living. There's a difference.
All right, I got it.
Yeah. Immediate call out. Just
he's like, I haven't drank. I'm like, yeah, sure. I haven't seen him drink, but I know he's drinking. What's it called? That's it. Generation X Gaming, the weekly podcast. It goes over a few of the top stories in the past week, and we rant along the way. Episode 500. Maybe we'll show up next week. Maybe we'll end it on 500 and never do another show again. Maybe we'll just stop at the 500. No, that's not going to happen. Fox is not canceling us. No one can stop us. Nobody has to watch the show. Me and Sarge would still do the show. That's honest, because we don't live near each other.
We just do
so like
we'll just
once a week talking about video games and getting our anger out for how shitty the industry is like therapeutic for us. So
or how good it is considering some of the trash nights that we have in this room usually. Yeah.
So
gaming's doing great.
So let me go around the room. Kingerd, what do you got coming up?
I have a response video to the one that we were watching at the beginning of this, coming out in the next few days. War Dogs, the 10 reasons why not to buy.
Sorry to ruin that for you. I didn't know.
It's okay. I'm responding to that video in my next video. After that will be Gears of War E-Day, and I don't know what happens after that. Whatever the next big thing is, I guess.
Oh, you'll have plenty of stuff. Trust us.
And I'll put Kingerd's link in the description down below after the show is over. Fake Wizard, what do you got going on?
Everything. He's got everything going on.
Yeah. How many podcasts are you on now? 15? You got 14 channels, 15 podcasts.
I've got
a
lot.
Busy. You are busy.
Yeah. We're trying, man. But I've got a video dropping tomorrow on the Morally Gray Riding stuff. That'll be on Real Life Fake Wizard. And then we're doing like movie and game reviews over on the Fake Wizards channel. And I think that's pretty much it. We got a lot happening.
Okay. Greg, what do you got going on?
I don't know. I got no ideas.
So your kids are back in school. Isn't that a good thing?
No, I homeschool. My kids don't ever leave.
Oh my God. I didn't realize.
There is no relief.
Greg is a machine.
You homeschool all 17 of them and do YouTube?
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Owen, I go to work. I'm like, I gotta go. I got a thing. No, I'm working late.
I got the guy with the face, the thing.
This is the thing.
Told you about that guy. Yeah, we got
Video wise, I don't know. I'm writing like 4 different scripts because I don't know. None of them are just clicking. So something will happen soon. Who knows?
Well, yeah, you made the video of the shitification. So take your time, whatever you're making. So
appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with us for this 500th episode. I appreciate you very much for bringing more entertainment to the show for us for this episode. We'll invite you back. We'll do the Game Awards again at the end of the year.
Heck yeah, love hanging out with you guys.
And if anytime you guys, any 3 of you, want to come on the show and just join me and Sarge for an episode for the week, just let me know, and you guys have a spot. So I appreciate you very much. Chat, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check out their channels, check out their videos, give them some love. Appreciate it very much. Thank you very much for all the money that you guys sent me earlier. Appreciate that. Brain Eclipse with $100. That's crazy, and I appreciate you for that as well. And you guys have a great rest of your day, week, and night. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Peace.
Retro meets the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical